What's up, Vivers? I have a very exciting tournament VOD to bring you guys from this weekend, and this is MadMagical's Mercury Multiverse North America Edition. If you are new to the SUPERVIVE scene and not familiar with MadMagical yet, you are about to be, because he is the literal casting goat of SUPERVIVE. He's been covering scrims basically as long as I have since the game came out in November. Unlike me, he is actually a professional shoutcaster, has done many different things for League of Legends and other games in the past, and since then has casted dozens of scrims, dozens of tournaments, and has hosted a few of his own tournaments as well to help support the community. He's also just a great guy and has taught me a ton about shoutcasting. Around the beginning of this year, with the release of new hunters, he started hosting hunter-centric tournaments where the rules are sort of conformed to play completely around the new hunter. And so with the recent release of Mercury, Magical has brought together Mercury's Multiverse tournament, where essentially all teams have to pick Mercury. You also get triple the kill points for any kills on Mercury. Now, keep in mind, this is a for-fun tournament, so skill levels are kind of across the board, from one of the best teams in North America, BAP, all the way down to a couple teams that signed up last minute, have never played together, just to get the tournament going. So, but surprisingly, we got some really banger games, some really fun SUPERVIVE to watch, very Fiesta-oriented, lots of Mercury stuff happening as well. So right before we get into it here, if you're interested in catching more shoutcasted SUPERVIVE, if you're interested in tournaments like this, if you're interested in competitive SUPERVIVE at all, or if you're just interested in supporting SUPERVIVE as a whole, highly recommend checking out MadMagical, because he has been supporting SUPERVIVE and the SUPERVIVE community with his casting since the very beginning. So he live streams these tournaments on his Twitch. That's MadMagical, so you can follow him there. And if you ever seen some of the hype casting shorts that I've posted to YouTube, I got that idea from him. He makes a bunch of really cool casting kind of highlight shorts on his YouTube, and that is at Madhouse Magical. So if you like this stuff, I highly recommend following him on both those platforms, showing him some love, and consider checking out the APAC as well as the EU edition of this tournament, which he ran the night before. He ran APAC at 1 a.m. and then he ran EU at 9 a.m. and then he ran NA at like 5 p.m. So he just did a full 24-hour marathon, a true mad lad, to give us this beautiful global edition of Mercury Multiverse tournament. So shout out Magical. Thank you, brother. And I hope you guys enjoy.
Game 1, NA's edition of the Mercury Multiverse. Just making sure that everyone is playing their Mercury. I see that everyone's got it. Good to see. Yes, no problem, Glass. I'm glad that we got it all resolved. Especially because it is game 1, and like Zick was just saying, it was a very quick thing to be able to hop in really quick, get it sorted, and get into the next game. Though, Zick, I'm going to try to redo the stream together because it didn't seem like it worked.
Oh, okay. My bad. I hit accept. I don't know why.
Sometimes it bugs like that.
Let me refresh my browser too real quick.
Yeah. All right, but here we go. While you're doing that, looking at our teams, we see Freaky and 10 nearby one another. Maki, though, gonna head immediately over to that Sky Shark, grab that, and gonna book it. Looks like heading over to Molten Fortress and Wellspring. Here's if what we got. Yeah, not really anything over in Molten Fortress. I'm surprised a bit to see just that prioritization. There it is. Accept that.
Did it work?
I think so. I'm just gonna double check it. Yes, there it is.
Let's go, baby. Instantly into the action with kills on the map as well. SBA finding a pick against MMM here. Jang looking for the heart res, but Mortar's down. Center shot.
Magic Mortar, but Jang is sticking onto the res, and there's Bell trying to push him back, but into the heart Jang goes. Now MMM only down to one Brawl who's trying to get away.
A good character to try to get away on, though, so Manu, Gino, Brawley is making their way out. Finds a Skyshard. That's him. Okay.
Nice. Yeah. I needed to double check that too. I'm like, wait, who's Manu, Gino, Brawley? That is
another Spider Brawl that we have to refer to as two names.
Yeah, exactly. So make it a little bit difficult for us, but at least we were able to figure it out really quickly. I'm looking across the breach. We did see a couple of picks here and there, but I feel like we've seen over in APAC and EU, despite some of these early fights, nothing really sticking, because teams are able to get out pretty easily. And I don't know if you were able to catch a lot of the games before, Zick, but when it comes to these Mercury games, if you're not able to actually execute on these kills, Mercury is so good at the neutral game to reset a lot of these fights, get health back for both teams, and make it so that pretty much everything you did was completely mitigated.
Yeah, and I caught the back half of EU, like the last 3, and then, but I also caught Wednesday and Thursday scrims this week in NA, where they were basically like scrimming for this. Like everyone was picking Mercury, and it wasn't like, you know, the rules exactly, but a lot of teams were just basically, you know, practicing different Mercury comps. And so I've seen a decent bit of her now in comp, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Like she has crazy style healing, and if you're not able to get a kill through, it can just like the sustain she can give to a team. So it's like honestly like really cool to see a lot of these like longer, like drawn out fights, and you see a lot of players utilizing the wings with that ultimate to just ship golden beams like everywhere basically.
I will say I'm a little bit disappointed by the lackluster name for the ult. Golden Beam, just I don't know. It doesn't really do it for me.
It doesn't fit your like caster tongue. It doesn't just. It's not like something like Abyssal Breaker.
Exactly. It doesn't have that. I mean, even the other abilities have that, right? Cinnabar Concoction.
Yep.
Contingency Vial. Magic Mortar. Back Blast. Golden Beam.
We just gotta say it with some true oomph. Golden Beam.
The only thing Golden Beam has going for it is that it rhymes with dream, and so you can have some good moments. And I've already had a couple of those.
Noted for future times. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the one thing it's got going for it, is that you can rhyme a little bit easier, but definitely would have preferred something a little bit more spicy when it comes to that. But regardless, I'm hoping for some spicy plays out of our players, with everyone kind of playing the early game a little bit passively, a couple of creative blow for blows, couple of picks here and there. I'm looking down towards mana coils. I see DWT squaring up. They've been squaring up a bit against PSL for our not Moonlit Battlegrounds team that kind of subbed in here. Pensado, nice Dragon Slam. Road Pizza forced to take the rings to try to get away from Lodge, but Pentado trying to hunt them down. Chinese Spy doing a great job of defending. Even with another Dragon Slam to pull back in onto the monkey, getting a lot of damage onto them. Push back with the Justice Punch, looking for another slam, but everybody surviving. And this is the big problem when you face up against the Mercury.
That's exactly what you were talking about.
Look at that. They're all healing right back up the full.
Exactly what you were just referring to. And Thicky over here with Road Pizza, 2 members from the Moonlit Battlegrounds training ground. So scaling up here, entering into a tournament. Love to see it. Have the veteran Chinese Spy on their side. Continuing to look here, Magical.
Especially going up against a team like this. PSL, Lodge already trying to play aggressively. Pensado missing the Dragon Slam, but the chain's missing as well from Lodge. I think that's going to be the big thing. DWT, Thicky, now trying to get to the ledge as he tries, but so many times he's been thwacked in the face, finally taken down. Dragon Slam going wide onto Road Pizza. Chinese Spy trying to defend their escape. It's going to be difficult. Lodge has already gotten the face steal chains to connect onto Chinese Spy and looking to see if they can dash in with Pensado, looking for the Dragon Slam damage onto Bishop over the abyss, barely away. And look at that snipe from the rocket. Road Pizza keeping their hopes alive.
Yo, that's a huge spike, because running from a Shiv Brawl is not an easy task, and they were already chipped down. Huge plays to keep them in it here as we pan over to Magebog. Violence between MMM and FRK.
Freaky and Triple M staring one another down. Ham debating whether he wants to go for the fight, and then out of the heavens descends Bap. They heard a fight, they ride in the bike, and they want to fight.
And me and Kai were talking about this. Bap never starts a game not dropping gold armor these days. They always have golds coming into level 6, and we see them on the level 9 here. Level advantage, looking for the slam. High gets it.
Yeah, getting a nice Dragon Slam. Lots of damage. Madly the first casualty as the Beckon tries to drag him away, but Freaky in a bad spot. They are now on the run. Interesting to see. We were wondering if we were going to see a Mercury Eva comp from anybody. And one team does decide to go for a Freaky or that team, but over here at the outpost of Wraith's Row, Golden Beam got a little bit of damage onto TFS, and then Creed doing the same to try to heal back up, keeping the SUPERVIVE Illuminati back at the outpost.
Yeah, the Eva Mercury comp is interesting. Me and Luna actually like randomly tried that in solo queue because he was playing Eva and I was playing Mercury the other night, and it's cool, but like you're hard to kill, but you also don't have like a crazy amount of damage. So we'll see how it ends up playing out. Oh, huge brawl up here by Kobas.
Juggernaut already down one. Their Mercury falling down into the abyss as RTK was looking to strike some lightning onto Chef Brecco? Brecco. I've got to get these names right. Sorry, guys.
Chefo Brecco?
Chefo Brecco. This Zeph kind of locked it behind a tree, and we see that at least they have tips out.
Nice.
Should be able to survive. Nice second win. Trying to get away, but it was too much. 10 had surrounded their position, so only one left there for Shogunate.
Yeah, and TNN's so good at those punches, lines it up perfectly. Lod's under a bit of pressure here, kind of singled out. We see just one member from SVA chasing Bell on the Jewel, and we see Magical a big return of the Jewel damage with those changes, the bug fix. Even with the max health nerf, it just goes to show how brutal that bug was. Now she is actually shifting like a maniac again.
Oh, Sunfish accidentally spiking their own teammate there. Creed got hit by the E-plat. So a little unfortunate there. Yeah, Sunfish. I noticed it too. Tragedy. Should be able to get the revive off though. It's still early game, but over for this fight. 10 PSL. Pensato did not want to go for it. Instead, it's going to be the last off out of TNN. Already getting on the selfie. That Mercury is down and out.
We don't have a ton of Bishop mains in NA, but TNN has so consistently performed on the Bishop, and like the amount of punches and ults that they get through to get kill points for their team in tournament situations like this is just, you know, kind of crazy. So going off in this game already, 2 big punches we've seen in game 1, and I really wanted to set up the Mercury for the kills.
SVI. Xenobar Concoction will heal them up, but they got broken armor onto Trunks. So despite this brawl, playing aggressively, they got to be careful. Golden Beam trying to heal them up. They got the Mercury separated from the rest of the team. Moo is down. It's only one left. It's a broken shield. Oh, having to spin dash over the abyss. But here's the mortars landing, leaving only one. And the big rocket gaming have to use the jet stream to try to escape. Terrain narrowly avoided by Trunks. And then over at this fight, the firing squad are going to be pinched by 2 teams. They try to go for the pull. There's going to be the golden beam. Chinese spy is down, but the mortar now they have the napalm summon on the TFS, and they lose Sunfish. Creed tries to heal up with the concoction. Backblast back over towards the rings. They are going to be alive. That's not looking too good. We even saw that the Big Rocket Gaming, their one oath was somehow able to slip right between the teams. PSL Lodge has 20 seconds left on the clock for that crown.
Dude, these golden beams are going crazy. We see them back after back. So many off of these hover wings. Bap looking for one there, not quite connecting. But earlier, thank you, just melting in the 2v1, wingsing forward with that golden beam out. Now Bap looking to try to finish SQT.
Blast is still able to get back. Mika is out as well. And then RTK might defend because he had chased. And then RTK got the attention of the other 2 members of BAP. So the BAP have to regroup. And that lets the team slip away from BAP. But we see on the kill feed that action has not stopped down south. We already had DWT eliminated. And now Triple M, they're down Jang. Their Mercury is already dead.
Yeah, getting so crowded in this map still with so many squads left. We see multiple teams converging on the north side here. BAP looking for some picks on the way down. PSL's Pensato forced to Wukong ultimate out. Going to be not much loss there, though. They do find their way out. They're going to be right in the middle of the map, though, as we see teams converging on all sides. Zodiocon here for BRG, last member left.
Big Rocky Gaming really hoping that this oath can get away, but unfortunately has been found by the firing squad. They rode the Sky Shark through the corrupted zone, and this oath is going to be on a journey out in the storm.
Yeah, oh, Pensato getting caught there. Sansadog getting a nice kill through on that Shrike. I love to see it at this level of play. Lods now having to peel out on the brawl. We do see Meteor Soul getting started here from FRK.
Freaky deciding whether or not they want the soul or the fight. Kind of deciding back and forth. We do have Big Rocket Gaming dying to the storm outside, and then Protofo taken down. It is going to be Summon Napalm trying to rescue. They grab the Wisp. Protofo back in. Micah keeping the team alive, but still it's going to be difficult. They're surrounded on all sides. Ham's got the chains connected. And SBI continue to hunt down with the help of Triple M to take down Protofo. But then they turn. They look for the Brawl. The Brawl tries to get back into the fight, but he is deciding whether or not he wants to look for Micah or fight 1v3 up against SBI. But SQT, Micah hunting down the Brawl instead. This lone bunny. Mortars launched at them, not looking too good. The other fight here for the firing squad. Pawns has to take the anomaly into the corrupted zone. Don't see Sunfish anywhere nearby to help out Pawns, who's been left alone in the jet stream to get spiked down. While 10 try to jump onto SBA.
Oh my
Sand's
goodness,
gonna be the target
bro.
for them. There's gonna be the kill on a Jang, so Triple M are out of it. While 10 have the fight against SBA. Bell barely escaping, and then the chase from RTK, not letting this one go. Bell not gonna get out of this one alive.
The violence does not stop. Down to the Forge here as PSL in it with FRK. Madly just roasting with that beam, though. They look for the entry. Pensato forced out in the ultimate instantly.
And looking at where Madly is, they've got a lot of damage on to Maki. Maki taken down by the RK Railgun, and then SQT, they play aggressively. They're trying to make sure there's no revive on Maki, but Madly is making sure they've got their Mercury back in the game. One surge, lightning crash, but it's gonna be the blast back with a stun grenade to take down Madly. While Maki was able to get out alive. Not looking good for Freaky right now.
Beautiful from Glass there at the end to turn that fight. Clutch nade on that little pillar, reversing that 2v2 into a 2v1. Now, just Maki left for Freaky here. Big golden beam out, gonna run right into SBI. It's tragedy.
SBI, they're looking.
Or not?
Wait, Maki
No way.
got the kill, and now golden beam
way.
trying to take down Maki, who's looking for this escape into the jet stream. Bap, do you realize they know in the jet stream with the rings? Maki has been doing so much, but it doesn't matter. Freaky finally fall, and then we see that PSL, they will join them on the bench.
Wow, it's just unlimited chaos everywhere on the map. Golden beams trade between Mercury's here. Thank you, and Flint. So much health down. We see Bell split to the south here. Different team on the south now. 10 coming in from the north. The violence does not stop, Magical.
Flinch trying to revive with the concoction, doing the best they can, going back into the jet stream, but RTK says no way. SBI got trucked, but the golden beam will take SBI out as well. 3 teams remain. Protofo looking for the escape with a glass on the other side. The 10 continue to hunt them down. Golden beam doing damage. Surge already landing on a glass. He's about to overheat. TNN will take him out with 1 rocket to the face, leaving only Protofo alone, who has to get something back blast over towards the rails. It's not looking too good right now for SQT.
Dude, definition of fiesta. It's not ending though. Bap finding that Dragon Staff slam onto Dylan. He is picked, forced off into Abyss here. So all of a sudden 10 down to 2. Bap definitely having advantage here after that damage they just put into SQT. Protofo looking for the train res here, but not going to be able to get it. Looking to broomstick out with the witch movement. And a little bit of room to breathe here, Magical, as our two-man squads still have a decent sized circle to work with compared to normal.
Yeah, just BAP right now in control. The only team with all 3 alive. Crown picked up for RTK. Even here for SQT, they have 2. Protofo might be split away from Micah, but they are still... Oh, wait, no, I think Micah actually... Yeah, there's Micah. Out in the storm, went for the revive on the bullet train. It took a lot of damage, but they get back, and now they fight against RTK, but they've got the surge, and they've got the static electricity built up on Protofo. They've got to get the spike, and there's Dylan back in the game, but the buddy has picked up Protofo, looking to revive the Mercury yet again. Nuke not going to connect onto anybody. The train going to go right past, but everybody back in the game.
Wow, so with that res, yeah, they get the crown proc, but then they just bring him right back up. So we are back at 3v3v3. Teams not like slowing down at all though. There has really never been a pace or a break in the action here since fights broke out between like 9 teams like 5-6 minutes ago. It's just been a true fiesta, but now we have a little bit of time where teams at this final 3 very often looking to play space a little bit more. So important to look for the third party here. The power of the third party when there are 3 squads left in the final is just such a huge advantage. And so that's usually why we see the pace kind of slow down like this.
So as the game has slowed down, the good, the bad, the ugly stare down between our 3 squads that remain.
But that train, bro!
gets the sad whistle as that one was
It's so
completely
sad.
avoidable, but went right into the train.
Off the back of that BAP, looking to press
Dylan.
tempo here.
Dylan took a little bit too much damage. Eye of the Storm pop from RTK, but the Dragon Slam leaves only TNN alive. We see that Glass is still nearby.
Oh.
Blast off onto Glass, but Glass
Pine,
gets back over the track. Here's the train. Narrowly avoided. Pine almost falls to his nemesis, the bullet train. But Glass now tries to get away with the help
Oh,
of the
she's got
ring.
it, maybe.
Oh, Deathbox
Oh.
revive. So close. No, Micah's back in the game.
Protofo gets it.
Protofo does it. Glass was the distraction that entire time.
Wow.
Even though he'll pay for it with his life. SQT still have 2.
So they trade 1-for-1 there. Glass ends up going down, kind of protecting and distracting BAP, while the box res does go off on Micah much barely. He's trying to ride the train race here. He's going to get it through. Big storm damage. BAP is going to respond.
Yeah, and Micah does get back in time, but that's going to be the Dragon Slam. It feels like
No
right now
way.
SQT are just trading revive for revive between Micah and Glass. Mortars launched at
made
them,
it.
trying to get some damage, but they
Huge.
made it back to Protofo.
Uh-oh, TNN looking to spoil the party here, looking for the punch combo. Has the crown.
No, oh, there's the crown. Picks it up right at the feet of SQT. So we'll have that option while BAP are playing aggressively. It's only hide at the moment. Forced to use the 6 monkey strike. TNN might be able to take advantage of it. Looking for a huge slam in the
he
back
gets
line,
it.
locking down Protofo,
Wait.
keeping him in the storm. TNN needs to pull off a miracle, needs something as another Dragon Slam stops SQT from getting back into the game. It's only Glass left, trying to kickflip away, get back to the
Oh.
rings, and then TNN getting spiked by Spades. It's just Glass now left to fight against BAP. Even with the train, the bullet is a little too quick.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get this revive. BAP,
Oh.
prime position to win this game with a nice spike golden beam to win it all.
Really nice try from SQT there, and a really nice tries from TNN. He had the punch into the storm. It looked like the kill credit went to Pine, though, so not able to proc the crown off of that. And in the end, that's going to cost him his life as he makes his way back around. And BAP, you know, just showing their prowess, playing the end game very well like they usually do. Very hard to kind of stand up to a BAP that is ahead on armor, on items, on gold. And these teams were doing like a pretty good job. It was a spicy final, but I just want to call out that the 6-7 minutes before that, bro, that was just some true SUPERVIVE chaos we witnessed.
Yep, I mean, wouldn't be SUPERVIVE without those chaotic moments. We had one at the very beginning of APAC 2 in game 1, where, no joke, there's a solid 3 minutes of just nonstop fighting. Literally fight after fight after fight after fight, where it's like, and it was all like the same teams. It wasn't like it was just like different fights happening at the same time. No, it was literally just boom, 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 boom.
That one was like everywhere across the map, like all teams just scrapping it out on every front. Kind of crazy, actually. Wait, that's out of date, Cribs. I'm down. I'm behind one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should be What a Chad. You're missing What a Chad on there.
I didn't update it today. That was yesterday.
Ooh. And yeah, so Bomba, we have Samiri streaming the games to YouTube for me and Zick to be able to watch.
I will change it.
All right, if the teams are ready, I'm ready to go right into game 2. So that way we can just go from one to the next. So, Samiri, if they're ready, let's just ship it. So
Oh, it's What a Chad Revive Me. Okay.
Yep. Oh man, I definitely can tell. Like Jake's like my voice sounded better at the beginning, but just give it a couple games and it's gonna be back to how it was before. This is a lot of casting, guys.
Yeah, dude. Magical's trained his whole life for this, bro. Absolute maniac.
Probably after game 3, I'll make another cup of tea.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. What's the tourney format? So in this one, all teams must play Mercury. So it's the Mercury Multiverse. We have 6 games that are going to be played in total. After 3 games, we'll have Hunter bans, where the top 3 played Hunters outside of Mercury will be banned. So that way we have a lot more excitement. And then
ASR.
also Mercury.
Sorry.
Huh?
I was just gonna say ASMR Whispercast for Game 6. Jake Braun says. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I don't know if it'll be ASMR, but it'll definitely be like. Yeah, so that is the format for this tournament.
Hey, if you need me to pick up any play-by-play, bro, just let me know.
All right, we'll do like how we sometimes do, where sometimes the action picks up and you just go right into it, you know?
Cool. Deal.
I'll be fine. I'll make it to the end of this. It's only 5 more games.
It's only 5 more games. It's nothing for this man. He's done League of Legends marathons.
I have. That's like... And then after this, I'm going to take a good long sleep. That is my plan after this. So, it is going to be a good, well-earned rest. But
yes, sir.
No rest for the wicked just yet, because we have game 2. Unstable portals will be our storm shift, and what a northern drop and circle.
Yep, and we do see gold in Dawn Caps. Of course, BAP coming in hot like they always do, always contesting those golds pretty much. And actually, Magical, me and Kaya were talking about it. Because they do this so much, they're like really good at playing the gold zone, like playing the chest. They know how much XP each chest gives. You'll see them, look, they play the camp, they all split, they rush chests. They like loot the gold armors more efficiently than basically any other team out here, because they literally drop here every single time they play in competitive almost. So look, all 3 golds instantly online, like sub 1 minute here, level 4 for 5 on Pine.
It's really impressive, and this is why BAP has been such a strong team for so long. When they were moving that Battlegrounds before, just pretty much since these 3 became a squad, they have taken over. Like, the last door is always going to be in the conversation. Obviously, they're not here for this one. I talked to Lemur, and Lemur unfortunately said that he was busy this weekend, so wasn't able to join. But it's pretty much been those 2 teams, and without Moonlit Battlegrounds, it puts even more of our focus on BAP, and you just see how well executed they are when they launch onto the breach. And it's one of those combinations where either I feel like you're really good at playing Dawn Caps or Coldfang, and the teams that are good at that are really damn good at it.
Yeah, and like the other reason BAP is so good is they then wield that advantage very effectively for the rest of the game. They take those gold armors, they take that level advantage, they go push the next objective that they want, whatever they're looking at. Anyone that contests them, they're already ahead on tempo. They fight that, and they usually win, and they'll get a squad wipe if they can, but they usually don't over chase. A lot of times in scrims, you'll see a very patient BAP where they don't even show up to the fights really till like level 9, day 2, level 11, day 3. But when they do show up, they are surely ahead of basically everyone in the lobby.
Yeah, it's really impressive just to watch the patience of BAP. And this is why, like, I feel more teams should try to contest them early into the game, because if you do, that it feels like that's when they're vulnerable, but not really, as you talked about, like how fast they got that gold armor in Dawn Caps. Like, it was so insanely quick that we had a team drop there and immediately go, wait, we're not going to be able to beat them because they already have all 3 golds and they're level 4, the same as us. How are we supposed to fight them?
Right, like it's so much easier like said than done, right? It's like, oh, why don't people contest them? It's like, well, they've been dropping gold so much, they've gotten so good at it, and on top of that, Magical, they're extremely mechanically skilled players. We're about to see it here.
Tree Prison's locked
in.
Dude,
this is what I'm talking about.
Destroys them, sending Moo on the run. They're looking to see if they can take Zodiocon down with a nice Dragon Slam. Spin dash into the rings, but Height is in pursuit, looking for the Dragon Slam, but just a little bit off on that. We're not going to be able to get it, but we'll fight. Both of them overheating, but it's going to be BAP winning it.
NT from Zodiocon there trying to live it out, but not quite able to, but that's exactly what we're talking to. The mechanical prowess right there, the Tree Prison into the 6-way team Dragon Staff slam there, connecting on all 3 members at once, setting up the Jewel to just absolutely destroy. And Spade's Jewel back online, by the way, with the Jewel bug fix on Wednesday. So let's freaking go.
I am curious to see if Jewel gets banned at this rate. We've seen certain ones that are region specific. Wukong going to be the expected ban, as we saw in both APAC and EU. But here we're seeing so much Jewel that it could be a possibility that we get Jewel banned going into the second half of games.
It might be because we got a couple really skilled ones out here. I mean, he's called Spade Storms for a reason, right? As MMM looking on the flank of TFS here, kind of just poking so far. Sunfish get a nice punch through.
Magic Mortar, though, doing a lot of damage. Even if you hop onto the Sky Shark, it's about to blow. Triple M, they actually got blasted back, so they couldn't chase onto Sunfish. Gives them an escape. TFS will be able to make it out alive, but we look at another fight, the Shogunette and 10. Both of them want to get into that Bane Grove base and try to see if they can get onto whatever hatchling will land, but it seems that we're still getting these possibilities of fight. Like BRG here, narrowly survived, got onto the train to get out of there alive.
Yep, and we saw SVI coming in with some level 7s. They don't want that kiting south. We see level 7s on this team to the south, MMM here. They do have that Brawl ulti online, big advantage here. So in night, a lot of times you see people playing for these bits of extra XP because right here, Magical, these 2 level 7s are going to make a difference.
Could help out. Berserker, though, not at the level 7. It's going to be thank yous.
Oh
Golden
my
Beam,
God.
bringing golden justice to the Shogunate, and then Trunks chasing Iberico over the abyss to easily dunk down another kill. Tips out. Only one to survive, but Berserker with the Sky Sharks, thank you as well. Crash on to Tips Out. They want to eliminate a team early, but Tips Out trying their best to avoid the attention. It might be no Big Rocket Gaming not in time to save the Shogunate.
Dang, anytime you see someone with a glider versus like Sky Sharks throwing down, you're just rooting for the glider. Like it just like do something. Oh, it is gonna get taken out.
Watching a bunch of sharks eating a fish. You're hoping the fish can avoid it. You're watching them do all these flips and everything. But sadly, the sharks, there were too many, and they surrounded the poor little fishy.
Yep, the perfect analogy. And we were talking about ultimates. We see the golden beam there just decimating, basically winning that fight single-handedly. And we were talking about the power of the wings. They want a relook here, though.
Breaker, double golden beam on each side. Thank you, taking a little bit more damage, but they're out in the storm.
The unhealable.
Mercury, gotta be careful. Unhealable, as you mentioned, and they make sure they take the punishment to BRG.
Dude, Aredineth, like, you know, you saw the vision and would have been really good. Just that storm creeping up on the right stopped his anti-heal, or stopped his healing while the healing was not stopped from the golden beam on the other side. So is going to end up losing it in the end. It looks like they are going to be able to hopefully get away and look for a Koba's res here. SVI maybe want to be careful though, as 10 lurking on their south.
Blast off SVI, broken armor, broken dreams with a golden beam, decimating them. Thank you over the abyss, and TNN is in pursuit. Hover wings isn't enough. Or thank you with their own golden beam. It's not. SVI are done.
So the hover wings are good, but they're better at 3-star. Everyone on 2-star here for the most part, I think, unless you find them in map. But we got to pause that thought as PSL in some action with BAP here, riding that advantage. We talked about the level 9s, the Dreadstar through stun that connects.
Nice landslide away, getting distance, but Lodge gets away from the golden beam. So now with the tag of lightning, BAP playing aggressively, Selfie, they got the tag of electricity, and this gives Spade an opportunity to punish PSL. Beautiful Tetraform to deny BAP this continued chase, even though Pensato might have to give up their life for it. Do make sure that the team at least will survive.
So hard to get away too. Once they do have advantage in that fight, running away from the Wukong there, getting the slam through, letting the Jewel follow up, and Spadestorm's just decimating with the shift that fight. BAP continuing to look scary and assert dominance, working their way up on the south side of the map. We see Golden Beam out from Pine, roasting Pawns here.
Pawns can get back to the Cinnabar cocktail and be able to heal. Never mind that Dragon Slam from high, just too much damage onto the firing squad. Triple M playing aggressively against BAP. Broken armor on Pine. Not height, though. Another Dragon Slam with golden armor, making sure this Wukong going to be defended. They put out a nuke, trying to make sure that Triple M cannot continually chase onto BAP, giving BAP an opportunity to reset the fight on their terms.
This character is crazy, bro. You do not see Height miss a Dragon Slam. Like, he has connected like 100% of his Dragon Slams. And if he needs to, he can just go up on the pole and just, like, you know, whoosh his way out of there on the glider. Such a powerful tool to wield at a high level of play if they're able to, like, be playing from ahead. And we see BAP doing it very well here.
As we look over to Pawns, sadly, I think just got revived, only to be taken down immediately by Triple M, with the firing squad still on the run, going in separate directions, seeing some of our teams still in the middle of a couple of skirmishes here and there. DWT, TNN, looking to sail the back line, was able to punch away Chinese Spy, but it's going to be Road Pizza looking to do the same to TNN.
Nice.
Unfortunately, couldn't do so. DWT are still on this little peninsula as they are trying to hold the line against 10, but 10 trying to see if they can crack those defenses, get onto Chinese Spy, who decides to dive in. Golden Beam healing them back up, but still, it's RTK with a crash of lightning in the back line. Chinese Spy was able to take up the Golden Beam. Thicky is down. Mercury gone. The defense is no more for DWT, but they were able to at least get Dylan with a slug wave doing a lot, but RTK chasing away Chinese Spy. And then you got TNN on the back line. Road Pizza defending Chinese Spy the best they can, but Dylan should be revived by the team. Look at SQT. They're about to interrupt. Road Pizza is down. It's only Spy to get away.
Man, really well fought there for DWT. You see kind of the experience from 10 team fighting as a squad of 3 for definitely longer than this, newly formed Moonlit Training Grounds team with Chinese Spy kind of grouping with them here. And Chinese Spy playing that fight crazy too, just sustaining so well at the Vibe Infuser. As we come into this fight here, big Golden Beam traded out for SVA.
It's Flint that falls. Jang stands strong. Triple M pushing back SBA, who just got the revive off themselves. They had to do everything they could to bring back the team to full, but unfortunately, Triple M were never going to make that an easy path to success. And now Sands going to be taken down, only have Bell left.
Yeah, we see a team drop out as well. 3-way fight up here. Golden Beam for Aradaneth roasting PSL here. Have to be careful because FRK up on the top gets the delete with the Jewel. Madly following up. Pingato down though.
Cinnabar Cocktail, are they going to use it? No, they're just going to try to see if they can stay on the wisp. And now Lodge with the chains didn't follow it up too far. And then Pingato will be revived. Freaky are still alive. We see on the train, there is going to be the revive for SVA. These 3 locked in battle, none of them wanting to fall back and try to see if they can interrupt that revive. Instead, they want to make sure they're keeping their eyes on how these fights are going. BRG in the outpost, standing strong, trying to get their armor repaired with the help of the Forge, while PSL come in from the north, but Freaky take the jets out of there. They take the Sky Shards. They're going to escape while SVA, they are on the tracks, and they might actually put themselves in a bad spot against the 3 teams that are still here.
Yeah, dude. And like really kind of a lot of posturing here. We see Selfie take a big mortar in the vulnerable there. Gotta shout out BRG fighting down here though. Pam looking for an entry. Looks like split out member of SQT here, Magical. Last, or I can't tell if it's last. No, she's just got the buff on her. Sorry.
Yeah, it was just the buff. We have Micah all the way out here, was waiting for the train. Hop on that BAP. They're already in position. Oh no, Micah.
So hard.
Might be able to get it.
The portal.
They got the revive, but they couldn't get into the portal. But they have to escape. Height is chasing Protofo still on the train with BRG coming in from the north, keeping them off of that train. No transportation will save them that easily. SQT, they got 2 alive, but they have been separated in so many directions. And we go back to Imotech, SBA, the team that had revived on the train themselves are down to only Flint once more.
Beautiful punch with the Thicky follow-up, mortars the stun. Love the synergy there from these 2 guys that have been playing together for a bit now. Beautiful. DWT getting killed. Looking for more. Pensato barely wide on the grab there.
And 10, they join in Imotech. DWT, Lude, Road Pizza, Thicky, Chinese Spy. They'll try to get the escape through with the industry. But it is going to be only an escape for now. A lot of these teams are down a player here and there. So many battles have been going on here, Zick, that they haven't actually had that many teams fall just yet, but I might have to hold my words because Flint will join the bench getting dunked by Pensato.
Big dunk coming through there for the side of PSL. 10 looking to posture now. Cooldowns down. Nice mortar connecting onto Selfie. TN going in, looking to follow up. Is going to be forced back there, not wanting to overcommit. Selfie dropping the concoction, healing up as we pan over just south of Immo here. Micah Munch, Magical still alive here on the crown, working the Aluna angle.
It is a Luna, very slippery hunter, so might be able to get away, but Pensato can't get away from BAP, who are looking to take another game. They might be able to take every game in this one with a nice dunk attempted, but there it is. It's going to be the launch of the rocket from 10 to help take down the dunk. Well, 10 had taken the unstable portal down south.
We see dunk changes coming in there, but not going to matter as BAP following up too quickly. And just, they're not on Sky Sharks, but they are certainly the Sharks in this lobby, just continuing the hunt as Freaky hunting as well. Nice bump shift from the Jewel there to set up the kill. And it's going to put DWT again on the back foot. Just Chinese Spy here looking to keep him alive.
And he doesn't want to go into the circle just yet. He knew there was already a team there, SQT, and we see that PSL coming in from the south. Chinese Spy able to dash his way right through the fingers of both teams.
Yeah, one of my favorite kingpins to watch. He's so much time on the champion and just loves like playing into his play style. Very good at setting up kills for his team. Very good at living and playing out when he needs to. Basically, you know, kingpin specially, and doing this magical grabbing crown and looking for the dunk.
Waiting for it, and honestly, it's funny seeing all those spike walls right behind him because that might give him safety. It was all placed down by SQT, but it's going to be Chinese Spy that actually can utilize those more effectively because anyone that tries to come near him is now going to have to fight him over Abyss PSL. Drain revive, but Selfie immediately has been put down by Freaky. Bensato is low, tried to escape with a volcanic crusher over the lava. But 10 not gonna make it any easier for Bensato. A nice punch with the blast off will leave only Lods left once more for PSL.
Yeah, nice try to live there in the 1v3, but not quite gonna be able to make it out. Nice pressure though from the offensive team as we see Chinese Spy crown ticking down. 40 seconds left, has a bit of space up here as Violence continuing to the left. Freaky looking, SQT, Micah Much aggressive, gets the root.
But broken armor, gotta be careful.
Huge.
Golden beam onto Madly.
Huge.
Pingato is gone. Only have Maki left with her own golden beam. Don't get the dunk onto glass. Now playing aggressively against Micah, but is gonna be rooted over the lava, but not actually gonna be chased. While Protofo gets chased down by 10. So SQT, they thought they had this beautiful fight up against
Spy
Freaky,
right here.
but it put them back in a bad spot, and now Spy, with only a few seconds left on the clock, should be able to get the revive. Maki notices it's too late for you to try to steal that away. Chinese Spy has brought DWT back into the game as they send down the Cinnabar cocktail. Maki now on the run. Micah left in the industry to try to survive, and we have a gnarled heart at play.
Oh, here we go. Samiri, our goated observer, searching for it here. Here we go. Over to the right side of map. Gonna force a lot of movement. But Maki gonna get caught. Oh, 10. Find the squad wipe onto Freaky there. Want to call out that root from Micah Munch earlier. If you root that Jewel, we see here just a complete sitting duck. Completely eliminates her kit. They follow up, get the kill. But like you say, Magical, Maki on their way out, really disrupting. The punch!
The punch! But the jump! The bunny is out into the jet stream. But is it really out? Because there is a DWT down to the south. E-Plat to try to survive, dodging away from the pole, but not from the mortar. So many E-Plats have been placed down, and actually, back were able to get the dunk onto Dylan. But they will be down there, Mercury. DWT down south on that little sliver of an island, but they will have the gnarled heart that will work towards them.
Yeah, it is going to be moving that way. Micah Munch going crazy on the Aluna, by the way. We see TN over here looking to recover on Beacon. Height wants to ruin the party, though. He's going to find the stun on their way out. No!
And they've got it. RTK is down. And even though they were able to revive their Mercury, at what cost? Because now your resets are gone. DWT have pushed back over to the tracks. A nice punch from TNN will send flying. DWT, Micah had taken that little sliver back for themselves, but where are the crowns? Where's anything so down south? And BAP are controlling Site 38, forcing Lodge back over the abyss, the only one left, and the dunk almost landing on the Lodge, but it's a golden beam into the chains, picked up by Pine, making sure they get that for the team, while Crown has been picked up by 10, with the golden beam again from Pine. They're trying to get onto DWT, they have the Justice Punch, but with the Crown, TNN, they see how low they are, can they go for it? No, they're too afraid of height. I think they make the right call of trying to go for the escape, but BAP still have the resets. Pine and Spade have been able to find that, while Chinese Spy could be the one that TNN needs, but Pine says no way to 10. No revive for them. Well, somehow Micah is still down south alive for the team. SQT are still a part of this, while Dylan has been taken down by the Dragon Slam. It's just TNN with 35 seconds. Their spike walls playing against them, and Spade chasing the bunny with a crown on themselves.
Go,
Micah! It's going to be the resets from Spade. TNN, one against the world as BAP look for their second in a row. But TNN will bring them back in. Spade is down. Pine is a little bit too late. 3v2. BAP have to try to see if they can reconcile what just had happened to them. The golden beam has been launched at Pine, while Height going to be the target. RTK getting a little bit of damage, but the red armor keeping Height alive. Dragon Slam, but now onto the E-Plat. But it says turn around. TK and 10 just need a takedown
TN
punch to take this game away from BAP.
Oh, huge plays from 10. TNN showing up massive at the end there. It looked like BAP was completely unstoppable, Magical. They were just getting kill after kill, squad wipe after squad wipe, just hunting from the very drop of the game. And at the very end there, 10 say, no way, bro, this is ours. TN, beautiful crown proc, finds the pick. They get all 3 members back and then instantly push into BAP there. And with that pressure, able to finish him off in the end. A couple big plays from Dylan and RTK as well to finish, but really nice from 10 to find the win for game 2.
TNN, the crown on Spade, bringing back in the team, denying BAP their back-to-back wins. Well done there from 10. Whew. And
Yeah.
NA, you know, they might have been late on getting all the signups, but they are not late on delivering these games.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. And you just like love the passion, because we were like, you know, Magical basically put out a call as like, we need, NA, we got the other regions, like everyone's full up. We need more teams. And within a couple hours of that, we had like, 5 teams sign up. And then there was even some overflow teams all of a sudden where we had like a 13th and a 14th. And I was even willing to go in with my buddy Juice for a 15th if we needed it. And so you love the like response from the NA community and giving us such hype games here too, bro. It's so good.
Seriously.
It's just like, yeah, it's just so fun to watch.
And I'm just glad. I'm glad we were able to get all 3 of our regions. APAC, we started off with them. Exciting games. EU, they kept it amazing as well. And NA, delivering in our first 2 games. We are going to get into our 3rd one. If we are ready, let's just ship it. Let's get right into it.
I will be right back, like 30 seconds, Magical, but I'm ready. Go ahead.
A-okay. We're gonna get it all locked and loaded, so that way when you're back, we are ready to go. Whew. And OC15 now, that's a name I haven't seen in a bit. Passion fruit and that. That was a lot of fun.
Select your hunter. Alchemy applied.
I hope you guys are enjoying the Mercury Multiverse that we have been delivering. These games have been so much fun to watch as usual. And you guys are always amazing. Thank you for joining in. Really appreciate it. Hope the stream quality is doing a lot better than before. I know APAC, we had a lot of issues. EU, we had some issues. Welcome with NA. We'll be all fixed and we'll be able to have smooth sailing to end the Mercury Multiverse.
I'm back.
All right, there we go. That was quick. It wasn't even that long at all.
A true 30 seconds. Usually my time, you got to multiply it by like 3 or 4. I'm a pretty slow dude, but I actually did 30 seconds that time.
Oh, my dog is very unhappy with me.
Just what? 4 more games? How many more games?
4 more games, Sal. Then we'll go on a walk, and then we'll go to bed, okay?
Just want some attention.
Yeah, she does.
I saw the cutest video about a pit bull earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like it was just this like pit bull that was just super lovey and just wanted attention. And the owners like put a little sign that said, whatever their name was. Like, I think it was like Maki or something, Moby or something. Yeah. Moby is friendly and would love a gentle pat in the head. And then it just showed a montage of like a bunch of people in the neighborhood like walking by and patting this this dog's head, dude. And it was the cutest. I was like, my heart was like melting. His tail's like a helicopter, dude. He's about to take off. It's crazy.
Delphi right now, she wants attention. She wants to go outside, but she's going to have to wait. We're almost there, Del. We're almost there.
Coming.
Like slowly encroaching her way onto my chair too. But here we go. Game
Personal
3
space.
Bombing Run is our storm shift for game 3.
Ooh, let's
had
go.
a top 2 finishes, so definitely going to be our team to watch. But 10, after snatching away victory from the jaws of defeat, they're going to definitely be in the conversation as well.
Absolutely, and we do see someone is contesting them for the golds over there. I think it was TFS. Yeah, going to have 2 already, so they are gonna, at least have some contention for those golds. It looks like they are kind of splitting ways. TFS happy with their 2, and at the same time, we do see PSI on the Sky Sharks making their way down to that Cold Fang gold quarry where they're gonna farm up and make their way back out.
So our team's looking at how they're separating. It seems that a lot of them are playing more passively going into game 3. I am very curious to see how the Hunters are going to shake out in this one, because I don't think it's going to be like we've seen from all our other regions. I'm even wondering, no, Wukong's definitely going to be banned still.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way around that, but I think it's going to be Jewel. We have seen so many Jewels being played here in these first 3 games. I am surprised because no other region is even close to the amount of Jewels. In fact, I believe that APAC in their first 3 games didn't play a single Jewel game.
That's so interesting, actually. NA has always loved their Jewel, especially when she was like strong. You know, just like when you're just solo queuing in ranked, you came up against a lot of Jewels in NA. And I think, yeah, that's an interesting call out on the kind of regional difference. You see a similar thing, Magical, with Bishop. RTK looking to contest in the 1v3, wants to steal this away from BRG. They are going to push him off of that. Oh, I wanted to shout out Moo here, who was one of the guys hanging out in your chat for EU and then just signed up to fill the spots here. What a goat. So Moo and BRG, one of our squads coming in, and the other 2 members of that team as well, Zodiocon and Eradaneth.
I have a little soft spot for them. I'm hoping that they do well because of that reason. Being one of the teams that signed up last minute, just said, hey, is there room? I said, well, you got to sign up. I cannot promise anything. They signed up. They were the 13th team. We had a team that had to drop out, and guess what? Here they are, and they're playing their hearts out. Moo, though, our savior for the Mercury Multiverse, not going to be saved by 10. They are going to try to pad those KDAs, but it was RTK to get it, not giving it over to their Mercury.
Yeah, honestly, might have been a pretty good heads-up play there because they were already behind on kind of levels and tempo against 10 there, who is certainly one of the strongest teams in the lobby. So they see that. They actually go for a little bit of a split here. They are going to pick up Moo very quickly on this Koba's res and probably make their way right. So not too much lost for our favorites BRG here. But they are going to be making their way out of Koba's. As we see pretty, like you mentioned, Magical, pretty spread map compared to a little bit of the early Fiesta. But this is a little more typical of what we've seen in competitive since 1.0, right? It's very much, let's drop, get our gold, get our relics, grips, and kicks, and as many perks as we can, and then we fight.
And speaking of golds and typical, BAP with full golds on all 3 again, even with TFS contesting them early at the grind and at Scavenger's Bay, they were still able to get all 3 having gold armor.
Yeah. DWT are nice punch off of the shark there for Road Pizza. MM still want it though. Ham gets entry.
DWT waiting for Chinese Spy while Ham riding the Sky Shark into the back line, crashing onto Thicky.
Oh.
Mercury down, Sky Shark about to blow. Making sure there's no way to revive Mercury. The rest of it, DWT on the run, pulling Road Pizza, saying, no, we are out of this. We do not want the fight anymore.
Support KP in play here for Spy, pulling the boy over. But yeah, tough spot for Thicky there against the brawl. You know, you got to give it to Ham. Definitely a very strong brawl in the region. Making it look easy there, but we do see BAP looking at SVA height, another Dragon Slam connecting, putting big pressure off the bombing run. Magical, gotta be careful.
Bombing run, Flint avoiding it, but Sands does not avoid the bombs that hit him from the sky and help hit onto SVA. Flint will be taken down, but they want Pine to pick it up. You gotta get the kill regardless. They realize that they were playing with fire and they decided just to get the point regardless.
Yeah, we see him waiting for the Mercury to creep up there for the kill point. They are gonna, DWT looking for the emergency res here. 10 not wanting to let him have big damage from the Jewel.
DWT, broken armor on Chinese Spy. Road Pizza has enough, but takes a magic mortar, and then RTK. They're hunting down any kills possible on to DWT, but DWT, they manage an escape for now while we go back into Catacombs and Cold Fangs. BAP facing up against PSL. PSL, they have decent armor, but not the goals that BAP do, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky for them to navigate this fight. Selfie taking a lot of damage immediately as he tries to get away, but Height in pursuit. They are level 9. Golden Beam too late from Pensado, not doing any damage. Pine doing a lot more, ripping through the help bar Pensado.
Yeah. You see PSL, basically, they're trying to set up a good ghost nade for Selfie there. They know they can fight that. Those players know they can fight the BAP players and win some percentage of the time, right? So they're actually looking for it. You see them walking back a little bit. They weren't retreating. They're looking for a ghost nade to set up off of. And Height just like, basically, BAP knows exactly. But this Sky Shark battle out here, Magical. We see Jang with the wings.
Joganet couldn't save Iberico, so instead having to leave him alone, and now Micah in a battle against Berserker, Aluna versus Oath. Not looking too good for this Aluna. Having half of your mana, no armor, even though there's a broken shield, Abyssal Breaker.
Big Abyssal Breaker.
It might end up
Micah's
working out.
cooking.
Micah,
Oh my goodness.
1v1 win for Aluna.
Despite the beautiful Abyssal Breaker there from Berserker, it doesn't matter. Micah gets it. And Golden Beam for Golden Beam up here. 10s coming out superior as we see BRG already split there. Zodiocon to the north. Shogun, another team signing up for our 12th spot here. So shout out to these guys as well. You know, showing up big at kind of last minute. And it's like they're coming up against some pretty good squads, Magical. It's not like you just sign up for this for fun tournament and it's like all these teams are just gonna be playing for fun. Like BAP's very clearly playing to win.
Yeah, BAP 10, they're looking for victory. They want the glory here in the Mercury Multiverse. They want to join Stormbreakers and the ASD as our winners of the Multiverse. While Shogunate getting attacked by 10, can never get away. They have the cocktail, but sadly not enough. Missing the blast off. Then more of a surprise there. Tips out the last one left for the Shogunate. They might join Big Rocket Gaming on the bench, though. It is not looking too good for this lone Wukong. RTK continuing to hunt down the monkey, taking him down and removing one more team.
It's like, I'm usually not rooting for Wukong, but I did want to see Show find their way out there, maybe get a res through and find a little bit of tempo, but 10, not going to let that happen. Want those kill points for themselves. One of our teams that can contest. BAP, but look up here, huge damage coming out from Golden Beams.
1-for-1 trade, but the Cinnabar Cocktail, it will revive Selfie, and Protofo will be brought back up by Micah. Broken armor and the Golden Beam from hell. Protofo doing so much. Selfie getting chased down, but that leaves Protofo alone. Hoverwings back to the rest of the team. Selfie is down. Protofo trying to get onto the other side of the bombing run while they're trying to get the revive onto Pentado Lodge. The last one for PSL. Has to avoid the team. Has to look for their escape through the jet stream.
Man, I'm really loving this SQT squad. Micah Munch, Glass, and like they're just putting up such a good fight here. Oh, I was like very surprised that the dunk didn't come through there. I think Primal Slam probably on cooldown. Jang gonna live it out for a second longer, but it's not gonna matter.
The SUPERVIVE Aristocracy, another team that has been eliminated. This one off screen. So we are down another team, getting further and further into the mana coils for game 3. Seeing how our teams are stacking up. BAP still looking like the #1 team. Heals out in the storm. We'll get the revive on to Triple M.
They are going to get the revive for MMM. They make their way back in. We got a couple squads posturing over this Meteor Beast here. SQT on the south, PSL to the north. Everyone looking like they're at full strength. TFS getting their relic by and kind of holding the shop angle as we see the rezzed Triple M making their way in. Ham over the top looking.
Uh-oh. I don't know if Ham wanted that one, though. They want that soul, obviously, but SQT already in position. Better armor, better gear. Feel a little bit stronger in this fight. Triple M, though, not relenting. Making sure that they can maybe get the steal. They do get it with the help of some Napalm and a stray bullet. Stealing away the soul. But here comes the Corrupted Zone as now they play aggressively. But we go down south and BAP. Chasing back onto SVI. Thank you. The only one left. Mercury might be able to get the back blast.
Ooh, nice
past the bombing run. The bombing run will give them an avenue to escape. We'll go back up to the fight. SQT in the Corrupted Zone. Triple M, they've managed their own retreat.
Yeah, and Micah Munch just really doing work on this Aluna. You love to see it because you don't see a ton of Aluna in competitive play. A little more in EU than you do in AVE. And Pensato looking for the Golden Beam here. Ships it into the wings. Answered by Thicky.
Pensato's gone. The damage onto Selfie. Selfie has to get back, but overheating. There's a combustion, and they make sure they punish Icarus, who flew too close to the sun.
Lod's last member left for PSL here on the run from SQT. And Protofo has also been looking pretty dang good on this Mercury. And rocking the, I think, you know, going to be one of the winning setups in the end, the time staff with the wings. I think, ooh, I was like about to say, I think the cooldown reduction you get from Songbow is really good, but a lot of times when you're mortaring, you don't have the time to get that. So time staff can be a really good option when you're playing more from range. And we've seen from like every team Magical the power of hover wings, not even 3-star, because you can use it crazy style with the LMB impulse once you get to 3-star, but even 2-star here, just the synergy with the ultimate to be able to move that along and put that like mobile damage pressure and healing out is just so strong.
All right, a lot of napalm has been summoned here in Mana Coils. Golden Beam trying to heal back up Sunfish, but guess what? Jang doing the same. Then 10 out of nowhere. They look to join in, but Madly had to pick up the crown, and he's been just as punched into the wall. There goes Freaky. Triple M might join them as Jang has no health, and it's going to be the firing squad hitting the damage, looking for him, who's trying to heal back up, but now the lone member for Triple M, SQT. They come into the Mana Coils as well. TNN has sent it in onto Creed, looking to see if they can separate. Mercury is down. There's a firing squad. It will get away, but SQT have gotten pinned 10 back into the corner of the Mana Coil, but not enough damage to actually take down 10 members.
Yes, so getting so spicy in these tight quarters over here in Mana Coils. 10 doing a really good job there pushing tempo. We see them push into team after team, and a third party comes from the right. They fight it off while still continuing pressure to the left, and it's not slowing down here. Magical as they face up against SQT. Protofo low, but he trades the beam.
Here's BAP. They can third party this. SQT find themselves now surrounded, and they are trying to get out of Mana Coils with their full team. But 10, they have gold armors as well, and they can face off against BAP.
We do see Dylan here with the rewinder in hand, going to be very powerful on that Mercury. Lods with crown. Last member left in the middle of 3 here. Has the E-plat.
Is going to be alive for a little bit longer, but there are so many teams nearby. PSL, does BAP decide to go for the play on a Lodge, or do they continue to stare down 10? That's going to be the bigger question, because we see that SQT and TWT, they're staring at each other and waiting to see which one looks for Lodge, but Lodge avoiding SQT first.
Yeah, Micah Munch just fearless on the bunny, ships it in with the shift route, looking to finish off this crown before PSL has a chance back at the game. Looking again here, taking a mortar from the left as well. Lod's doing a nice job working this brawl mobility. Hasn't been a space on this forge. Micah Munch looking at 10 as well, getting a little bit of intel. 10 looking so strong, Magical. 3 golds, have the rewinder on the Mercury like we talked about, and Sunfish with a crown down here.
No.
Exotic of their own.
Yeah, this isn't looking too good, though, as Sunfish tried to get back into the Mana Coils, but that is held firmly by 10. Sunfish down a crown. Pawns, the last one left for the firing squad. Well, we see that Ham might have been able to bring back up the rest of Triple M, but it is going to be difficult here in the maze of Mana Coils. No team feeling that secure, while PSL, their crown has worked. They've got damage. They've summoned Napalm, but they've already lost Selfie, and they might be able to get the root onto Lodge, but Lodge barely getting away. Pensato on the other side. Cinnabar Cocktail, not enough to bring back up Ghost. PSL will be separated, but they are onto the respawn beacon, bringing it right back up Selfie back into the game once more. There are so many teams here in Mana Coils.
And
Chaos is about to break. Selfie again, looking like he is about to get back into the gray screen as he is taken down by SQT.
Dude, and SQT is actually playing this fantastically, and it's really cool to see, you know, you have like the double support pairing, but instead of the Eva, the Bunny is actually able to play so offensively. Speaking of that, Caster Curse maybe as Glass goes down to the top left, and Pensato going to get pushed here as well from DWT, looking for a kill point, avoids the grab, making their way through Storm, a lot of damage, but is going to make it through the wind rings. DWT looking to follow up here though.
Yeah, Pensato, there's no way out of this one. Even with the golden beam, it's not enough. The magic mortar and the help of one rocket takes down Pensato. But PSL, it feels like they are cockroaches in this game. You can never get them down. Another crown picked up by Lodge. While Selfie might die, Lodge wants to bring them back up once more. Glass picking up their own crown for SQT. Well, DWT, they see 10, but here comes the bombing run. Thicky, first one gone. Mercury down. DWG have been separated by the bombing run, but they are alive. They can reset with this recall. Can Road Pizza get it off in time? RTK denies the reset.
So close.
No regrouping for Road Pizza. Not easily, at least. They're trying to get onto the other
Glass
side.
looking to snipe it.
Chasing him.
Oh,
Then
she
the
gets it.
snipe
Crazy.
out of Glass will get themselves their crown.
Wow, beautiful heads up play there from Glass. Sees the threat, knows they're still fighting up there, finds the low health Road Pizza, gets the snipe. Kill confirmed for her team. brings back SQT to full force. The fighting continues here now as DWT on the back foot. Chinese Spy, last member left here, trying to work the Kingpin magic. Doesn't have the crown to play for yet, but still can go for those spikes. Huge platform.
What a plat from Glass. Nether plat placed down by Chinese Spy. Trying to get back. Summon Napalm, Arcane Railgun. It misses Chinese Spy, but Chinese Spy doesn't have much ground to work with. Golden Beam and Dead Dreams for DWT.
Almost had it there, looking for that slam, just not quite able to get the dunk through in time. Micah Munch pushing maybe a little too far forward. Now SQT maybe is the one in trouble as 10 burn an ultimate. BAP looking for kills on the south, trying to pinch SQT here.
Slam. Missing, and then the E-plat going away. It's going to be a nuke launched at BAP, but that little island is not really safe for SQT. Too many mortars, and then SBI, they are going to flank onto 10. They've got damage onto RTK, and they've got a golden beam as well, but he will surge back towards the rings.
Dude.
Trying to survive.
Barely living there. The Jewel also pretty shifty, haha. With that shift, able to get out of tricky situations as well as using it crazy offensively. Really her whole kit revolving around the shift. And SQT now looking to maybe find a little position left, but BAP refusing the train. Very close.
I thought Glass was going to get hit by the slow-moving train there for a second, but not quite. That's our 4 teams that remain, Zik. SVI, SQT, BAP, and 10. BAP 10, 2 teams that have already won. SVI and SQT, they'd love to take a victory here in Game 3 before we get to bans.
Yep, and these are definitely some of our top skilled teams in the lobby duking it out here. SVI right in the middle of the Magical. Dragon Slam coming through big from height, but doesn't secure the knock. They're going to get pressure from 10 from the north, though.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Thank you, Trunks. They're trying to survive. They put down a beautiful E-plat. They will be alive for now, but Trunks taking a little bit too much damage. Berserker getting spiked by Micah. Well, BAP find a nice dunk onto Dylan.
Wow.
Your Mercury, no more defenses for 10. They're running out of room on the tracks as well. While SQT, they get on the mainland. BAP try to chase onto TNN, but TNN trying to avoid the 6 Monkey Strike and the Dragon Slam that are onto their position on the tracks as well. TNN cannot blast away. It is a blast back from Spade to take down 10. No, only one player. SQT, they've been holding on to the mainland while SBI have been fighting on the tracks against BAP.
Yeah, now SQT in such a weird spot here, trapped in the right, off the tracks. No, gets caught by the slam there. Glass taken down, get like caught on the wall, trying to wiggle their way back in. BAP pressure ceaseless here, just unstoppable tempo. And we saw them earlier looking to single out 10, knowing they might be the biggest threat in the lobby. Protovo in trouble.
In a lot of trouble, as we did see that attempt on the train res, but Protophobe, Golden Beam from SBI will take him down to only Micah. Feels like this bunny, similar kind of story. The only one that's able to survive. There's a respawn beacon right behind them. Might have enough time to be able to get that, but it's going to be the root on it. Thank you. Trying to make sure they get the damage. They're going to be able to take down Mercury.
Micah.
They have enough time on the respawn. They might be able to get it. They got to wait it out, but now
Micah.
crash onto their position. BAP trying to make sure that SQT, this revive, nothing will help out SQT as BAP are in firm control. RTK, the last one remaining, but without a crown, doesn't matter. We'll get rid of SQT while BAP try to chase down RTK, who tries to go for the surge away. We see too many teams with only one player. BAP in firm control. Trunks, I don't see a crown. They're going for a Deathbox revive while RTK is removed. It's just Trunks against BAP.
SQT doing everything they can there, but yes, in the end, not going to matter as we see Trunks just forcing the mortar, or the box res takes the mortar to the face while vulnerable. It pays off here though, Magical's. They're back to 2, maybe a chance to fight out. Avalanche!
They want to build a snowman. Crown picked up a little bit too late from Berserker, and no crown play. BAP to take their second game here in the Mercury Multiverse. Looking like the team to beat. Only one's been able to do so far, but it is BAP in control of all these games from moment one. And Trunks, even if you did a great job at the end, BAP take their #1 spot.
So BAP taking game 3, asserting dominance once again. So they are 2 out of 3 games in the pocket here, Magical. And we will see now some of these bans may be affecting them, but we know these guys having pretty deep champ pools, each of them at least a couple in the tank that they're very proficient at. And so with the Wukong getting banned, we're likely going to see height on the Brawl. Pine staying on that Mercury, and Spade Storms, if the Jewel goes away, has actually a couple good ranged carry options that they've been playing, you know, since Jewel kind of like fell off a few months ago. So BAP definitely the team to beat, as you say.
I guess that Jang, they had a DC in one of the games, and I will say people calling out the revives onto Mercury, like letting revives happen for more kill points. But the thing is, Nox don't count into it, so keep that in mind. Nox are not a part of it. They don't count towards any points. It has to be kill confirmed. So that is at least the one thing that makes it a little bit better.
Definitely. And now we get to see a little bit of spice, right? Magical, we got the ban phase coming in. We are halfway, 3 games down, moving on to our next 3 here of the final phase of MadMagical's Mercury Multiverse. And you had a couple predictions earlier, Magical. Are you sticking with those? The Wukong, the Jewel?
Wukong, Jewel, definitely, I think, yeah, and even looking at it right now. So here, we can open up what our bans are, so that we can show that on stream really quick. So like we have in the past, we're going to go from the bottom upwards. So Hudson, Jin, Bebo, Celeste, Carbine, Myth, Void, Krista, and Felix. Felix, the big surprise, has not been played a single time. And then moving our way up, we see that it is Tetra, Eva only with 1 game, Shiv, Zeph 2 games, Teros 3 games, Kingpin 4 games, Aluna 5, Wukong 5. Wukong is gonna make it through.
No way.
Wukong makes it through. Absolutely wild for me. Shrike with 5, Oath 6, Bishop 7. But our 3 that will be banned, Jewel, Ghost, and Brawl.
Interesting. This is almost a tragedy that Wukong is not getting banned. I mean, I really wanted to see like a height on the Brawl, but Brawl is actually going to be the one getting banned here. And we
surprise.
Are going to have the Wukong still in play. So maybe Magical will see some other teams opting for more monkey business here. But right now we do see very interesting. I love me some Ghost. I know NA, thinking Ghost is quite strong as he is. So the Ghost pickups do make sense, but really curious to see like more Brawl and more Bishop and more Oath and Tide Strike and a Luna for Wukong. What is this?
I can't. That's the thing that gets me. Wukong being so low on priority. All right, I'm going to wait for the points to get added up, and I'm going to make another cup of tea, so I will be right back.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, this ban board is actually crazy, guys. And we see Saros just below, Kingpin at 4. That's like almost all Chinese Spy. Like one other person picked Kingpin one of the games. Chinese Spy carrying the Kingpin pickups. I'm trying to remember who is rocking the Saros, but I think just one player on the Saros as well. Look at this Shiv fall off, man. Just way in the gutter here on the NA side of things. Only 2 pickups over 3 games. So only 1 team in 2 of the games picked up Shiv. And Tetra as well. This is actually, this ban board is extremely surprising to me. I'm not going to lie. And we see no Felix picks. Felix been very strong lately. No Krista picks. Krista very strong lately. Void doing work over in EU. Watching like a couple guys. Like I saw Fate Strikes like working the schmoves at the end. Trying to bring his team back with some of the Void shift magic. But no Myth, no Carbine. See both of these in EU as well getting played. No Celeste makes maybe a little more sense, but I think she definitely... No Bebo? Dude, wait, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? The only reason we have no Bebo is because Protofo has to play Mercury. But there would at least be 3 Bebo picks if Protofo wasn't the designated Mercury for his team. But that, like a couple of these that are at 0 is like extremely surprising to me. We do see the 36 on Mercury, as you mentioned, everyone being forced onto her. So, but despite that, you definitely would think that a lot of these hunters that have very good viability, especially in certain setups, would find their way. And I think Felix is literally one of the best hunters with Mercury. Like their synergy is turbo. And think about Felix's anti-heal into all these other Mercuries, bro. Like Felix should be popping off here. He could be popping off. Like somebody please pick Felix and just destroy these heals, man. I do like the Bishop rising in Prio here and the Oath. I will say I like these trends because Oath fell off real hard. We haven't seen much Oath at all in comp since 1.0 started. And we've always seen a lot of Bishop in EU, but the NA Bishop has been lacking. So it has been cool seeing some Bishop highlights on the reel over here across the pond. Anything else interesting about this to you guys? Jin and Hudson at 0 picks. Probably like a little more expected on that side of things. I don't know what you guys are talking about right now. Relic, what's up, bro? It says North America loves working together to manipulate the rules. Wait, what are they doing? some scheme happening that I'm unaware of.
People making fun of Dr. Pepper.
Hey, I like me some Dr. Pepper.
Who's making fun of Dr. Pepper?
23 flavors, bro. How can you deny 23
Right.
different flavors?
So here we go. We're gonna open up now our scores to see how the game, how everything is looking for our teams that way. So, in last place, Shogunate actually are going to be tied with Big Rocket Gaming. Both of them at 6 points and both of them at 1 Mercury kill apiece. So
On the board, though.
at
On the
bottom,
board.
But on the board. Then in 10th place, the Firing Squad at 13, but they don't have any Mercury kills yet.
Interesting.
Same with PSL, 21 points to their name, but 0 Mercury kills. And moving up, Triple M, 8th place.
Hey,
Actually,
real
they
quick,
will
Magical. Right there, bro. If PSLs are Mercury kills, they're ahead.
Yep, exactly. So there's big things. And then you see here, SVA are technically tied with Triple M, but 1 Mercury kill separates them. So the Supervive Aristocracy are above them at 7th place. They have 3 kills.
Oh, because Mercury
Triple M
kills splits the tie?
Yes, it does.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's a Mercury event.
Yep, that makes sense.
And I did
Makes a
see
lot
that
of
some
sense.
people were complaining that BAP was trying to funnel kills on a Mercury, and I am going to say this is going to sound controversial. That is the point.
Why? Yeah, why would you not do
it is
that?
a
You
Mercury-
get triple the points.
It is a Mercury event. It is built around playing Mercury and getting points and kills on Mercury. I will say that it might sound bad. It might be like, oh, it's against competitive stuff, but it is meant to be. This is a showcase of Mercury.
Look,
And right now, like you look at the skills and BAP, they are clearly leaning into it. We saw TLD do this before with the EVA games. We've seen this many a time in our featurettes when it comes to the Hunter specific things where teams realize funnel kills onto the Hunter, get mega points.
yeah, and you know, you're running it for fun and you're running it to showcase the prowess of the new Hunter. And it's like, if you present competitive players with a format and show them how the points are scored, you best bet they are going to figure out how to optimize that very quickly. Yep. And why would you not funnel kills into your Mercury? And by the way, that could bite you in the butt, right? If you're waiting to get a kill, like that's actually not smart from a gameplay standpoint. But BAP being strong enough to know a lot of times they can, do that. And also those 3 players just so coordinated at playing together. That's another thing that is a big difference maker where they are very, able and they're coordinated enough to pull that off and we see here Magical, a huge split in the Mercury kills, 14, our next highest being 6 for SVI, 8, more than double the rest of the lobby here.
Exactly. So the big thing I think that Dylan and Jang, like they were saying, is that BAP were farming a little bit Micah and SQT because they constantly were getting revives and they were punishing the respawn sickness. But again, it is part of the game. It is in the game. How can you ban what is inherently in the game? It is just something that at that point we'd have to ban respawns, and I don't think that's fair. So SQT, I think that they just got to be more careful when it comes to how they're respawning.
SQT was playing crazy that game, though. They were actually
Micah was
the survival. And everyone, like Micah keeping them in it, like when they were down to 1, but also Protofo and Glass having some big plays, like showing up and doing everything they can. But it's just like you saw it there at the end, just unrelenting pressure from these top squads, right? BAP, 10, SVI, like they do not really take their foot off the gas in a competitive setting, especially a tournament where any kind of, pride or money or both are on the line. So basically exactly what we'd expect here from some of our top squads.
Yeah, so then just continuing to read through the standings. So in 6th place, DW2 at 28 Freaky in 5th place at 33. SVI in 4th place, 52. SQT in 3rd place at 69. 10 in 2nd place at 89, but well ahead everyone. BAP 133. 2 wins, 14 Mercury kills. Gonna do it. So teams, they got to start picking up those kills on their Mercuries, or really got to start playing that, especially now that we have our bans. Why don't we get ready for game 4?
Let's do it.
Get ready to watch some more SUPERVIVE action and see how teams are going to approach the bans, which for the first time in the Mercury Multiverse, Wukong will not be on the bench after 3.
Actually crazy. Actually crazy. And I wonder now, with that kind of setup, how many more teams are going to opt into the Wukong? Because Magical, I will say, excellent at setting up the Mercury kills. How many of those 14 kills have come off of the back of a height Dragonstaff slam to just set up a free mortar? They're stunned, they can't move. It's just a guaranteed mortar in the middle. If they're not dead yet, wings, golden beam forward. Like, it's just such a reliable, and especially height just never missing with that R&B, man. It's like, I'm curious if any more teams are gonna, like, you know, maybe try to pick up on that strategy, because it's such a strong engage, dude. It's just disgusting. Overwalls, out of vision, 6 ways, crazy damage, execute, huge shield to play around, 6-second cooldown, can spin off the top and fly away on their glider. Like, it's literally the craziest ability in the game, bro.
I am expecting nearly every team to have it. Jewel, which I think was the biggest surprise here for NA, was the Golden Child. Everyone wanted to play Jewel. They wanted to show off their mechanics. I'm a bit sad to see Jewel already banned. I did have a small hope that maybe we'd see more Jewel, like be able to somehow sneak her way into the second part of the games, just because she is very exciting and we have so many good Jewel players here in NA.
We did see some nice Jewel cleaving going down, though, in those first 3. We got a little taste of the returnal of Jewel.
Only 1 Wukong.
No way, it's just height, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I mean, maybe it might just come to, likely coming down to a comfort thing, honestly, because a lot of these players are not, you know, quote, pro players, are like experienced at, super experienced at competitive or scrims. A good chunk are, but there definitely are some players that are kind of stepping in or on their way to becoming.
Did have the bug again, but unfortunately, Glass, I'm going to say only once. I don't think it's fair for everyone if we continually restart, especially after seeing like how things have changed. So I am going to say sorry on this one, Glass, but you're going to have to play it through. I think that's fair, right?
The bug happened today.
The bug happened again. But I am going to say I think we play it through.
Who did they? So who's their third besides Mercury? If we pan to him, it is.
I believe that is SQT. Samiri, if we can go to SQT.
Might be on a. Oh, there we go. It's a bit of a delay here.
Okay, but Glass still got.
Wait.
So,
Protofo's on Mercury.
Yeah. Everything is normal. I don't know what they're talking about. Everything is normal here.
We're good.
So I'm glad. This is why I'm like, I didn't want to do the reset, because I'm like, wait, I feel like it wouldn't be fair for everyone if we do another reset, especially because in the second part of the bans. Oh, the second part of the games, there's bans and there's new strategies. Oh, Ghost banned. Oh, shit, you're right. We do got to restart. Fuck. We do got to restart. Ghost was banned. Yeah. Never mind. Fuck. We got to restart. That's what it is. Because Ghost is banned. Good shout out. I'm just so used to seeing Glass on Ghost that it didn't even cross my mind. I almost want to say, do we have to pick the hunter for Glass here? Punish them that way. Just be like, all right, you're playing Bebo now.
Glass on Bebo instead and Protofo on Mercury.
Yes,
just really
that's
punish
their
him.
punishment. That's their punishment. Have Protofo forced to watch Glass play Bebo bad.
Yeah. Yo, Brams, Ghost is banned because we are in game 4 of the tournament here. So halfway at game 3, we just did bans for top 3 picked or top 4, and it was
Jewel, Ghost, and Brawl.
Thank you. So Jewel, Ghost, and Brawl are not played, and also this is the Mercury Multiverse tournaments. So it is a Mercury on every team, and you must pick Mercury. And so that was the restart was basically because one of the they got the first pick bug where like you couldn't change or whatever, and so the ghost got locked in when it shouldn't be. So
so yeah, that's why we have to restart. Sorry, guys. Again, I'm just so used to it's glass. I just see glass ghost. I'm like, oh yeah, that's just how it's supposed to be. I wasn't even thinking that. I thought it was the Mercury poisoning tournament. I mean, if we're gonna make glass play Bebo, that would be the true poisoning of the well.
Dude, what I did want to call out that last game, though, is we did see Tips out in that fight where we left and restarted on the Firefox. We see it again for Shogun.
Yes.
And we do see Ham dropping the Brawl, where Brawl is banned, so opting over to the Firefox here. So we do have a couple of Fox's big anti-heal tools to be able to go in play against the Mercury. Very surprised. By the way, we saw 0 Firefox pickups for all 12 teams across all 3 games.
And then over in APAC, that was the second ban. The second most played in APAC after 3 was Felix. So seeing the differences in regions, where somehow here in NA, Wukong making it through, while in EU, APAC, Bandit in both being the most played for both regions there. But then it was APAC with Felix as their second most, and then Kingpin, no surprises for EU.
Yeah, and he just has like such strong synergy. We see an instant drop of MMM contesting back right off the bat here, Magical.
They got the gold. It's already Ham getting that, even though there's a huge slam from a height to steal away the gold that Triple M had gotten for Ham.
Dang.
At least a team attempted, but this is why.
Yeah.
We fear BAP. No matter when it is, it seems like no team can fight against them.
It's like exactly what we were talking about. It's like you want to drop and contest them, and the literal best time to do it there is on the level 1. You know, we see them doing their best, and in the end, the very quick Dragon Slash dunk comes through. If you're off the edge for just a split second, it's all it takes, and we see them get taken down there. So now, and the rough thing about that, Magical, is like you go to try to contest them, and if you lose now, the poverty run begins, right? And look at all these other squads farming everything nearby.
I'm looking at a lot of our teams and how they're kind of moving. Triple M, it's not too bad at least. Yes, they're in Frag Isle. We already see that big Rocket Gaming art there, but there are a lot of camps that you can farm there. They can even realistically move south into Mage Bog. Nobody's there. They can get farmed in Mage Bog. They'll be back into the game. Too many teams are really separated, especially with this drop. Kind of keeping us centralized, and even looking at the circle, it's not really focusing on the extremities like we've seen in some games.
Chef Obreco says Tips out got kicked out and can't rejoin. Uh-oh.
Oh no. God, we've had DC issues before. I'd say try and keep having them try to like relog, see if it will work. But unfortunately, that is the problem with playing online games, right? DCs do unfortunately happen. Tips out, my only suggestion to you is to try to completely reset your game. See if that will work and get back into the game. But unfortunately, because we are too far into the game, I will say there's not going to be another reset. We can't have too many resets. As right now, PSL fighting up against SVA, but both teams weathering the initial storm. Nobody falling. Magic Mortar narrowly missing Bensato. PSL, despite being at slivers of health, they've been able to scatter and survive.
Yeah. Unfortunate, really unfortunate for Shogun. Yeah, we don't even see him on the map, so hopefully able to get back in here. They do have a little bit of space up in shards, hopefully able to just play a little bit of time, but it is just a rough spot having already restarted and being so deep in.
And because we've had other teams that have had DCs, that's why I'm making the call that we're not going to restart. It would be unfair to those teams that had the that had those issues. Oh no, Bell!
The corner.
Bell! What happened?
That's like the shortest, saddest thank you. Like that was rough. I think she like they thought they had the corner there and they thought they were good, and it just clips them right on the edge of the hitbox. Just tragedy striking for the side of SVA. They do have Sansadog left on the Shrike. Not much health in the win rings. Has to find an open angle. Maybe he can get down the Wraiths, maybe Hollows here.
There are opportunities. There are plenty of respawn beacons and enough distance between teams that they should be able to revive, but definitely tragic for SVA. Already going to be down and having to get a respawn early on here in game 4. Looking at our teams, really hoping for Shogunate that they're able to get tips out back into this game, but looking at some of our Meteor Beasts, we saw a Soul Resilience going to be one of them that will drop early. BAP having rotated all the way down into Mage Bog. BRG, they were in Frag Isle, if you recall. They had been farming up solo, but they weren't able to get any great gear, at least not in armor. They're chasing down these kills. They're using the beam, the great effect, but maybe they can get Uridaneth out of this one. No, Pine hunting the kills to make sure they get another 3 for their name.
Yeah, Uridaneth doing a good job to try to live there. Almost able to make it out through the wind tunnel, but is going to be followed up by BAP. We see Spades continuing to hunt, makes his way over on the Sky Shark, shifting over to that Myth. We called out the ranged carries. Myth at 0 pick rate up to this point as well. So love to see that pick up. MMN here, Magical, so back foot. Level 4, level 6 against level 7s with ulti and golds.
Oh, but nice drifting skills there. They are going to be able to escape with their lives.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, they went back in. They just, oh no, it's just a drive-by.
Too crowded up north, or going the other way. Ships passing in the night. Zodiocon makes their way north here. We got multiple teams looking for a potential res angle.
I'm seeing Jang just recalling back to the team. They're over at the heart. Should be able to farm that up in day 2. A lot of our teams now should be able to hit their level 7 marks. Seeing already some strength in teams. We saw BAP. We expected that. But SVI, they were at 8s and 9s. And we look down towards DWT, similar position against that of PSL.
Yeah, and like both these teams, like DWT has actually been really impressing me. Like they, you know, the big amount of experience being on Chinese Spy, the other two players fairly new, getting caught there unfortunately from PSL.
What a dunk there. Pensado finding Chinese Spy and then chasing Vicky, who's been separated. I don't know how they're going to get out of that one easily, but at least they were able to send Road Pizza up north towards the heart. Might be able to get the revive, but we see Thicky eventually chased down by Pensado. One left for DWT.
Yo, Hoy, we cursed it together, bro. I caster cursed him too. Yeah. Just instantly, as soon as I said his name, you said it in chat, he's gone. So hopefully DWT able to get Spy back in here. And it's been really cool seeing Spy play with these two, because these two have been playing together in Luna's Moonlit Academy. And so they have a bit of teammate synergy, but Chinese Spy, you know, kind of helping lead the front on the really experienced scrim side of things. Oh no, Iberico getting caught here in the nighttime. Kobas is going to get taken out for show. And unfortunately, this is the squad that is missing tips out for the DC. We see level 1 on the Fox there, so really unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel bad for them on this one. It's a tragic situation with DCs, and playing online. It does happen. Like I said, it happened to Triple M earlier. I believe it happened to them in game 2. So we've had a couple DC issues. We're just gonna have to run through it the best we can. There's now a fight in Mage Bog. Somehow Pensado was able to get over the wall, but Selfie could not do the same. Sky Shark might help him out. Couldn't propel height towards Selfie. PSL, they're somehow avoiding a lot of these fights, getting out by the skin of their teeth, and we see Big Rocket Gaming actually getting eliminated first. Down by SBA. And here, the 2 for Shogunate trying to get out of here. Iberico couldn't get out with Chef Barico.
Go, Chef Barico!
Trying to get out of there, and they're hunting down the Shogunate. It's going to be second win. Putting down the shock trap drone. Well played from the Shogunate, despite being down a player.
Guys, 07 for show in the chat. Sorry, guys. Hope you understand.
Yeah, I mean, if there was money on the line, I'd probably be a little bit more like, hey, let's restart this. Let's try to get the teams in, make sure it's even. But because this is a more for fun tournament, I'm not going to be as strict on this. I did this over in EU as well.
So we do see Pine jacking a bike from Pensado there. Pensado left with the broken one. Is going to get on it anyways. Fight breaking out up here. Road Pizza super low as Golden Beam coming out from Thank You, floating it across there. See action continuing.
Should be revived here. Micah making sure the SQT not going to fall that easily. I hear a respawn beacon somewhere. But back down towards the heart, SBA and Freaky. about to battle. It is going to be the root into the backline on Mercury, but nobody can help Pingato actually get on to the kill. With damage thrown at Freaky. Madly as well, trying to land some of these headshots. Bird Bomb does connect onto Sands, but then not getting the headshot afterwards. SVA getting themselves far away from Madly and Freaky, but here's the Golden Beam. Hover Wings Tech getting a lot of damage onto Sands. First one, SBA lose. Now with the heal onto Maki, but Chilling Finale trying to separate him. Wait, what happened on the other side? Flint got kicked into the heart. It leaves only Celeste. Bell, she tries to get out of here. Magic Mortar making sure there is no escape, even with a frozen barricade. But at least you can skate backwards. Then Maki with the back kick into the hit shot onto Bell, and they will take out SBA.
Really nice fight from Freaky there. Maki, beautiful Golden Beam entry, just gets like a full delete on Sans the Dog, maybe caught without a shift there. Lods finding a 1 health pick onto Road Pizza, getting a health reset. Now relooking onto Thicky. Oh, big arrows just pumping damage.
21.
Oh.
Lods. It was a do or die there for PSL and DWT. Both of them down to only 1 player, but Lodge is the one that comes out victorious. Now try to revive the rest of the team.
Yeah, so nice little action from Lods there, but MMM on bush play catching Glass here. She is going to get up out over the wall somehow. Jang ripping that Golden Beam, maybe just a second too late, not able to follow up on that damage pressure. SQT now looking for the reset, maybe want to re-engage. Michael looking for the root, whiffs. It's going to make their way back out.
Continuing to dodge away, SQT, they've got that double support, and it is working wonders for them.
Yeah, it's looked
Mercury
beautiful,
and
actually.
Aluna. Then they have this front
But here's
line
the
to make sure they're getting a
anti-heal.
lot of damage. Glass, she's doing a lot, but not enough. And with armor so low, that's going to be the real thing.
Yeah.
What hurts SQT is having broken armor on Glass and being the real target. Notice how Triple M tried to focus onto Glass first, but Protofo, that Golden Beam doing a lot, then taking the shot onto him. Looking for Chang. Only Heals is alive, and Benzato joining into third party this one. Blasting boulders over to SQT.
I was about to say the Firefox might be, oh, huge downtown Virades Fury snipe from Lods there. Beautiful, picking up a 3rd kill for them, kind of farming in the last couple minutes, and BAP farming always. Find the Golden Beam over the top. Last member left to Triple M, they're out.
Finding a great kill too to pick that up for Pine. More points. BAP are just creating not even a valley. It is a full Grand Canyon between them and the rest of the teams here in the Mercury Multiverse. As we see on the kill feed, Freaky losing to 10, down by the heart. It's just RTK hunting down the last straggler of Freaky, but not realizing Madly didn't even look for the heart, as looked for the rings as a mode of escape.
Yeah, I just want to say, guys, this just goes to show, you know, the price of like experience and practice. Ooh, nice snipe again from SQT, and a second going off. Glass with the double.
But the dunk attempted by Pensado, but guess what? Madly's there. Tetra Form does nothing to stop him. Might be able to create enough of walls, but here's Pingato trying to chase this down, looking for another dunk. But it's high to dunk. Pensado taking out PSL. Glass, she goes up north. Freaky trying to chase this down, but with a mega beam out of Pine. SQT only have 1 remaining.
Dude, so spicy in that mix. But if you could have a member left for SQT, you would want it to be Micah Munch on the Aluna. Has been going crazy, keeping SQT in it here. Hopefully going to be able to do the same as we have 5 squads left. A little bit of slowdown in tempo, but multiple teams on the back foot as Freaky down to 2 members. Pingato looking for the res. The other member, Maki, getting ran down by BAP.
Using the Golden Beam, getting a lot of damage, but guess what? A dunk's a little easier.
The eye of the storm is on the move.
Indeed, indeed. My YouTube got delayed a little bit. Let me catch back
Yeah, it
up
did
here.
too. I just click live. That's what I did too.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Pingato. RTK, leave him alone. Leave him alone. No, leave the bunny alone. Pingato was even using the emote saying, please leave me alone. But RTK says, hell no. I need to get more kills for myself and for my team.
So Pingato working the Aluna angle as well. Big pressure here from BAP on SQT. Micah looking for the res. So sketch huge.
Might be revived. Oh
Blast,
no,
bro.
they stop on the Wisp. But here are the 2 supports, Protofo and Micah on the rails. But it's going to be the chase back from TNN. Taking down Mercury. Micah has to be the hero again for SQT.
This SQT run is so admirable, bro. They're just doing everything they can to live in this lobby. Doing a pretty good job, too, as two of our top squads here, Magical 10 yards. They stop Dragon Slam!
They did not get juked by that illusion. The monkey a little bit better at those decoys. Finds a nice spike onto RTK. So 10, they're healing back for the heart as well, but Micah gonna be here first.
We see Heart Res coming through. Micah makes his way down. Is going to be able to ride that time. Is going to get it here. So 10, only 2 members. They might be fightable. I'm not sure where the third 410 is here.
Well, it's RTK.
Oh
wait.
my God, Micah Air Blast. Disgusting.
Into the heart, but now BAP chase Dylan. The team close to them in the standings. The only one even nearby them. And if they can get rid of Dylan, like I said, it's going to be the Grand Canyon between them and the rest of the teams, but Dylan has been able to get over the wall while Pine chasing with the hover wings, double golden beam damage on each side, but it's going to be stronger with the monkey to back him up and a mortar from downtown helping Pine pick up that kill.
Yeah, and we've seen the last 2 games, BAP, when they see, I mean, they kind of do this to everyone. They just, you know, are always looking for the violence, but especially 10, they've been kind of targeting them, knowing they are the next closest team in contention. We see with 10 taken out that early here, Magical in game 4. I mean, not that early, 4th squad, but with BAP ahead of them here, poised to go for another first. Look at these exotic perks, 3 on height, red armor, has the Blinkstone, scary, looking for it there. Not going to be able to get it through. So Blinkstone on cooldown for a second, but not much room to breathe as he's going over the top again.
At this rate, I'm almost wondering if we just have to introduce a ban purely to height because BAP are too strong. SBI try to fight against them, and guess what? The Monkeys Dragon Slam in the back line on this. Thank you. Well, SQT have been waiting, biding their time. Golden Beam doing a little bit of damage. Can they steal away the kill? They got that damage. Trunks is down. Protofo claims it. Hype down. But they couldn't get the revive. They already got the cocktail. They're bringing back up the monkey, but the monkey back onto the sap looking for the Dragon Slam, but he's over the wall trying to see if he can survive. Getting back with the rest of BAP. Well, SBI on the heart respawn. The push back. Heart blast again. Blasting down these kills. This time it was turned around on SQT by Pine.
So they get the kill on the Wukong, so hard to do. That was their win con. They're not able to push up on the Wisp, so height comes right back up off of the concoction, and in the end results in Pine coming around from the south, catching them off guard with an air blast, getting a second heart air blast through for a different team here in the last like 1 minute. So really spicy still out here. SQT now stick the heart res, are back at full force. It's just going to be SVI down a member. They do have that crown though, Magical.
A long time on the clock in order to bring back up Trunks, and BAP are in full pursuit. Double exotic armors, only Pine on the golds, which is not a bad spot to be in. You can send your monkey to do all the damage. Berserker now on the heart. Golden Beam dodge away by the anomaly. Protofo has been separated. Keep in mind that SQT Glass barely gets in the anomaly. They're going to be safe, but SBI, they got the revive. Abyssal Breaker on the Glass. Glass down. Now looking to see if they can get rid of Mercury. Protofo taking down its phase. That gets the credit this time around. Just Micah picking up the Wisp, pushing back with the air blast, trying to get some damage on a height, but height was able to get back into the circle. Had to drop the Wisp onto Glass, looking for the revive. Can they get the blessing? Can they get the heal? But it's going to be the dunk back. SQT's Micah again, avoiding so much, but it's Trunks this time. The hunt down the bunny. SBI looking to see if it's Rabbit hunting sees, but this Rabbit is so slippery. Jump above everybody. Back to the heart. Micah! Again!
No way!
Now SBI, Golden Beam on a Pine, but not enough damage to pick up the kill. They can heal back up. Height, the real threat.
Got the beacon. He's got the beacon.
In front of everybody. The beacon. SQT. How many lives do they have?
Bro. More than a cat for sure, bro. They are on like number 23rd here. Height looking for a slam. Just going to get that though. They are going to have a little bit of space to recover. Micah Munch did snag that red armor. Have a chance to fight here. Another slam.
Protofo. Heals, Golden Beams, Pine using hover wings, trying to blast him back into the circle. Protofo is down, and they've got damage onto Height. Height's got to be careful. He's been blasted back, and Protofo has been picked up. They're back out again, but Glass has been left out to dry. They've got the Dragon Slam to pick up another kill. This time it's going to be Height getting it, while we have SBI trying to come in from the south, but they're not going to be able to get it on the BAP. Still, they're ones in power, but Micah grabbing the Wisp right from underneath the face of BAP, making sure that Glass, she'll be back in the fight once more, but then the slam, the bunny, out in the storm. It's not looking good for the team, but still, Micah, how do you keep doing this? Damn! surviving way too damn long as the Illuminati are having none of this. They finally find the straight bolt that connects. But guess what? It's Protofo this time, bringing back SQT while BAM continue to try to push onto SBI. SBI back in the heart, another slam, but into the heart. Micah's air blast always ring true. Piercing the heart, Berserker down. SBI,
they're doing
they got
it.
one. Where are they? Where's the last one left?
Wait.
It's Berserker healing back up with the concoction. Berserker's back.
What just happened?
You're still alive, but taken down. Glass got the kill credit for it. Well, Glass tries to get away, but BAP, this will be their third game here in the Mercury Multiverse. Nothing you can do here, Glass. The heroics of Micah got you second place. But even though you are surviving for so damn long, eventually something had to give, and BAP are clearly taking this tournament.
Dude, that was such a crazy sequence. BAP continuing to look strong, but Micah refusing to die for SQT until the very end there. I don't know exactly what happened, but it almost just looked like a shift into the heart. It happened so fast. The speed of the bunny, maybe a little too fast in the end, but that is legitimately, up until that point, I don't know if that's what happened. That's what it looked like maybe happened. Up to that point, that is legitimately the best Aluna gameplay I've seen in competitive final. Like, that was beautiful execution on multiple ults, multiple wisp pickups, insane air blast to push the enemies off of the wisps, and just refusing to die themselves, working the magic of that Vive Infuser. Beautiful movement, beautiful shift resets, just a masterclass of how you play Aluna at this level. So you got to give it to Micah, despite maybe a tragic ending, having an absolute pop-off game after a couple pop-off games already, right?
I'm exhausted from that game.
Twin says, when you're faster than light, you can only live in darkness, Micah, probably. Yo, so true.
Damn, Micah. Did we just award... we take the crown away from BAP and just be like, here you go, Micah. This is only for you.
Definitely a hero bunny of the tournament, going crazy these last couple of games. You love to see it. You love to see it.
I'm just gonna rest for a second.
Yeah, you chill out, brother. Well deserved. So that was game 4, guys. We are on to game 5 here, if I'm not mistaken, and we are going to. That was the first game of bans. So we have Ghost, we have Jewel, we have Brawl on the ban table. Every team still required to pick up Mercury here, and we had a pretty significant point lead from BAP coming into game 4 at the halfway split. Significant gap. Second place team behind them was 10. 10 we saw get knocked out 4th of that game. So with BAP finishing with another victory, are going to be widening the Grand Canyon, as Magical says, between the points difference of these teams. And Protofo says, put Wukong on the ban list. Bro, we were all hoping for it, but Height's the only one picking him. Like, what can you do?
That's wild. Why is nobody else picking Wukong?
Wubby, yeah, where's Wubby at? Wubby Bay, why are you not in here on Wukong? We need more Wukong so he gets banned to game 3, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie. 3 wins for BAP. If they win this game, I'm banning Wukong regardless.
I don't know, man.
I'm making an executive call on that one. Just being like, all right, we need to see something else from you.
He's got some backups. Height does, so.
I know
May
he
not
does.
slow him down
I
too
just want to
much,
see. I just can't believe that nobody else was playing Wukong. Like literally, it was just Height, and it's still just Height.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, Magical, it's very clearly just like a comfort thing, right? There's only a couple teams that are like really competitive and like are working on, deep champ pools where they can pull out different hunters for tournaments with bans introduced like this. But very often, like, to even get to this level as a player, you're very, there's so much to this game that to focus on one hunter to get better is very often what you see. And then from there, once you get to that level, you can kind of expand out. So it does not really surprise me that a lot of these players have quite a limited hunter pool, because to even get to this level on one hunter is very challenging. And then to expand your pool to actually be effective at the top level on multiple hunters is a whole other thing entirely. So, you know, despite all of us probably, besides, you know, a couple of our, you know, Wubby, DJ, we got some W Wukongers out there for sure, but a large majority of the audience likely wanting to see the Wukong ban, but we don't see it, so we get more Wukong.
Yeah, I'm going to make an executive decision to make it competitive going into Game 6. Height's got to play something else. I want to see no more Wukong for BAP. Just for BAP, too. They're the only ones banned from Wukong going into Game 6.
Just for BAP. Everyone else, anyone else can pick Wukong, even though we know they won't. As MMM under a lot of pressure here, Magical low level 2s and a 3 for him against 5s on the side of PSL.
As Triple M have been scattered. They are separating, getting out of this one the best they can. Heals has been, almost able to avoid it. And that last arrow, finding the bunny.
Yeah, and I want to call out, like, Lassie is back in chat saying Wu is tough to play. He definitely takes a lot of practice, and doing what Height's doing effectively is not easy.
Damn good at
he
this
is
game.
damn
Don't get
good
me wrong.
on the Wukong.
The reason, okay, part of the reason, there's a couple reasons why I'm gonna ban Height Wukong in Game 6. One, because it's Wukong, and when a player's really good at Wukong, it looks unbeatable and pretty much is unbeatable.
I thought number 1 was going to be because it's your tournament.
No, that's 2.
Oh,
2
okay,
is because it's my tournament. I get to decide this. And 3 is because I know Height's really good at other hunters. And I want to see Height play other things besides Wukong.
Yeah. So you heard it from the boss here, guys. We likely will get a no Wukong Game 6. We shall see, though, as 10 looking to farm up here and show hopefully going to be able to have everyone staying connected this game. We'd love to see these guys be able to get a good start here, get their builds online, have a real chance to kind of show what they got in the lobby.
All right, here's a fight at Chaos Steps. SBIA already getting the knock onto heals. They try to get the revive, but Triple M a struggle city here in Chaos Steps. Already running, and Twin 1 is saying that it feels BM the ban only Height. Well, I would also punish Spade, because I'd want to punish all of BAP, but Spade is already off of Jewel. So I can't really punish them already when they're already getting punished, and then we can't get rid of Mercury. So I still got to play the Mercury.
Just to clarify, why are we punishing the dominating team, the potential winners here?
Because they're about to be double the points of everyone else. That's why.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe that's fair.
The second place team is going to be half the points of BAP.
I
That
honestly,
is purely why.
I think if you just asked Height nicely, he would play a different character.
Oh no, I already know them well enough. I'm gonna say, Height, I need you to play something besides Wukong. And they're gonna go, okay, cool.
Yep. That's probably the way we're going to see Game 6, but we got to get back to Game 5 here as we have violence breaking out across the map. Another route coming through for Micah, getting another kill for SQT. Just the Battle Bunny front line, no stops here, shift after shift. This 5 infuser air blast Magical just going crazy.
Firing squad in a bad spot as they face the firing squad. It's Glass as she puts a lot of damage onto Creed, but that concoction, the contingency vial, so much heals, but then when the bunny shows up, they make sure they take down TFS.
We saw a little bit of Last Bite coming into play there. Creed rocking the Last Bite. Really cool item potential for Mercury. Trunks maybe going to get caught here is by Lods. PSL looking for another member of SVI here. Thank you, trying to make their way out. No ulti, though.
Oh, thank you. On the run here. No health left in the tank. Cannot avoid another boulder launched at them by Pensado, so it's only going to be Blizzerker going down to the catacombs to try to revive.
Yep, and 10 continuing the violence as well on the other side of the map. They are going to find a member from BRG split off, so Aradaneth down there. 10 getting another kill point for themselves. Our second place squad that, was in the contention to contest BAP, but at this point, BAP just so far ahead off of this Magical. The always gold armor start.
So it's going to be a lot of damage. Ooh, nice. Hop onto the Sky Shark from Jang to get it away. Triple M still in this poverty run early. BAP running them down with the Sky Shark.
Oh,
man,
dude. Just breaks
like
my
kill.
heart, bro.
Yeah.
Just gives up. Healy's just gives up. Just falls. Just tragic Sky Shark interaction there.
Is SBI SQT? SQT already eliminating one team, looking to do so to another. Jason, thank you over the abyss. Overkill rounds. Need to launch one more. Missing, thank you, who does a great job with the backblast. Try to get back over to land, but it's going to be one more auto that lands out of Glass. take down Thank You, even with the contingency vial. Not enough to survive as we go back to Shogunette. Sadly, in game 4, they did have that DC, but Tips Out this time around is with the team as they are separating, running away from BAP, trying to hunt down some of these kills.
Yeah, that's
Rico
good.
couldn't get on the train in time.
And just like our heads up play here from Show, they see they're behind, they instantly go out different ways and split, find themselves in maybe a little bit of a situation where they have some numbers, but oh no, BRG right to the south, have to be careful here as BAP continuing the hunt. Aberco actually doing a crazy job living up here still, is forced out of the concoction and gonna be taken down there in the end. So Chef Oberco still alive, and we do see BAP. Oh, finally contested here as BRG find a pick onto Spades.
Nice. Good pick for them, and they can even try to see if they can chase it further onto BAP, getting rid of some of the gold armor while we go into the desert. Find a spike out of RTK. DWT, Chinese Spy about to join. Same fate for Chinese Spy. Another team eliminated. Doesn't matter to RTK. This Jin about to pop off.
One of the best Jins in the game, absolute maniac on this character. TNN, one of the best Bishops, follows up with the ulti, gonna knock one down, get the secure. Oh, gonna run right into Tips Out from Show.
Wow, and look at this. RTK is racking up the kills. Too bad it's not a Jin tournament because no extra points for all these dunks that you're getting out of Jin.
I want to say right there, we saw Jin can absolutely still combo. He preloads the Q1, then throws his dagger and can preload the Q2 animation. Lod's going crazy in the 1v3 here, pumping damage onto Flint, making a stand, but in the end, Sans the dog finds the mark.
Nice headshots to land, taking them down and winning that fight out the best they can, but looking at all our teams still remaining. Here, BRG, they did take Spade down. They have a nice pull with a golden beam damage onto RTK, who couldn't use that illusion to get back. We do see that Shogunette did get eliminated off screen, but 10, they couldn't beat BRG. BRG in this game looking really good.
Yep, finding a couple really nice picks, but speaking of picks, just a huge amount of damage from Freaky here, roasting with the ult, but kind of getting reversed. Actually, no, because they have the double support angle Magical. They get the heals onto Madly now. Jang super low. Maki looking for it.
Maki looking for the kill with Mercury, taking Jang down.
Points
for Freaky. Exactly. Picking up as many points as humanly possible. And seeing a lot of these kills, a lot of teams. Oh, here's Triple M. It's only Ham left. With that burn, without any shields,
oh, he's
Madly
cooking,
is gone.
bro.
Shark is about to blow, but no kill confirmed for Ham. So even though it was a good play, Madly will be back on their feet momentarily.
The power of the Fox, though, shining right there as we see another grab. BRG looking strong, but they're up against BAP this time. Golden Beams traded, looking like BAP ahead here. Height looking for the slam, is going to get on the move. Just one member left here, Magical, kiting out to the south for BRG.
It's just their Mercury to get away and look for a respawn beacon and kind of seeing what is available. There is one outside in the storm. It is an early enough storm, so they probably can take it up. But 10... against the aristocracy. Golden Beam from Flint to try to heal him back up.
Nice.
We see Bell beating 10 over the abyss. Golden Beam, though, from Dylan. We'll trade it 1-for-1. Flint might be able to get the revive with the contingency vial. TNN trying to do the same with their own contingency vial, but now that Bell is chasing them down, might be able to bring back up Flint, but they stop on the west. They got the shield. Is it enough? Bell's gone. It's only Sans left. RTK cleaning up the aristocracy and taking them out.
Who needs dunks, bro? Jin is an assassin. Just delete him on the ground. The beautiful combo execution from RTK there. The back-to-back delete with that Sword of the Seven Suns just pumping damage, and the Thunderbolt sees it proc multiple times there. You love to see the combos come through clean, and 10 not stopping the violence here, Magical. They find Thank You, kind of split off. Is gonna
getting
go down.
The kill on a Thank You, so TNN taking the kill credit for that one, but regardless, 10 gonna be happy picking up a lot of these kills while we look back over at Chaos Steps and BAP sending Height so aggressively over and over again. Seeing Freaky with low armor, an easy target for them. Golden Beam might be a little bit shy of hitting its mark on Madly. They have been chasing Freaky all the way to the ends of Chaos Steps into the Molten Fortress while Madly is taken down by Height.
It's so hard to escape this BAP squad. They just drop golds, they get tempo, and then they just fight their way through the lobby. And this is even more, you know, they are more aggressive, you know, than they even normally are in scrims, playing a little more patient, but they know they kind of own this lobby and they are just pushing the tempo. Maybe going to punish him here as BRG looking for a grab, not quite going to go through.
Golden beam. Dylan is alive. He survives.
Wow.
Mortar not taking the kill on him. Behind the same. Was able to get away. Then the dunk from Height and Spade onto RTK. But look at this, almost getting the ball. Moo helping to take down BAP as they continue to chase. It feels like the kryptonite for BAP has been this Big Rocket Gaming squad.
Yeah, BRG, like you said earlier, that's showing up here in game 5, like putting it together, scaling up as new teammates, like brand new teammates, like 1 hour before the tournament, forming up, and really cool to see. I think maybe Zodiocon and Eredineth have played together in the training ground, similar to Thicky and Road Pizza, but Moo joining up last minute from the EU as 10 continue with violence. RTK looking for the combo.
Oh no. Big Rocket Gaming, they might be able to beat BAP, but can they beat 10? Doesn't seem so. Launched into the storm.
Oh,
Moo,
nice res.
low on health. They've got the health back. Now they're trying to get onto Mercury. Iridaneth is now over at the storm, taking down 10 so low. It's gonna be SQT putting down the big beam, keeping him out in the storm. Moo cannot get back. A bird bomb, it does connect, but Moo is gone. And SQT, they try to beat 10, but 10 have resurrected to look for another fight.
Yeah, Moo doing a really good job there, trying their best, but in the end is going to push in the storm. And BAP up here kind of split, but they find multiple members of Freaky and just pumping damage. The golden beam coming out huge. Maki going to get caught there. Soul Stealer lost. More power secured for the level 13 gold armor BAP.
Spingato tries to go up north. I see Pensado hanging up there as well. Back over to 10 and SQT.
Micah doing Micah things. Double wisp.
Again.
Crazy.
Saving the team from the brink of defeat yet again.
Just the beautiful moves, and like it really showcasing that if you understand how to schmoove on a Luna, you can play so well around Wisp, so well around her root, that you can just be so annoying. And Micah Munch proving why this hunter's certainly viable in the right hands.
It's SQT trying to get away, but this time, Micah, no way! No way! How does Micah
shift, bro?
Doing this?
The bunny hops far. People underestimate the momentum, the impulse generated by that air dash. Literally, I think the most impulse in the game on a shift, if I'm not mistaken. So she can absolutely rock it.
Dragon Slam, Golden Beam, even with the concoction, trying to see if they can heal back up, but they're looking for Dylan. Dylan's Golden Beam keeps them alive, but Height does not stop. And now the Big Rocket Gaming squad that seemed like they were down and out every single time they've got the pull, but it's gonna be the 6 monkey strike from Height to try to get away. Well, BAP have been separated. They are no longer grouped together. Micah looking for the root. They are on top of Kingpin. They've got a little bit of damage, but the Golden Beam trying to get some damage into the back line onto SQT. Taking a lot, but Protovo doing the same, making sure that Eridan is not gonna actually be able to pick up the kills. And then out of nowhere, we see the Triple M. They might have been able to join in. They eliminate, thank you, and the Illuminati. Walt 10 trying to get back into the circle, but Micah's already there. RTK looking for the bunny, but the bunny hopping into the storm. So look to pick up the Wisp, not in time to grab it. Instead, now has to chase where the storm is going. Ground for Height, looking at the Zodiocon, the one left for Big Rocket Gaming. Needs to pick up the kill, but the Sky Shark might have saved them. The mortar, the damage, the slam to bring back up BAP.
Height locks it in there. Zodiac doing his best. Action continues on the left. MMM constantly pushing here. They find PSL now. Pensato low. Selfie trading back with a nice golden beam of their own, so they are able to recover. We see 10 on the south lurking. Level 15 on RTK. Double red armor. Certainly one of the squads that is going to be able to contest BAP here.
As here, looking at Triple M. Looking difficult. They send in Ham, trying to play Ham over the lava. Burn with lava, burn with fire, but nobody falls from PSL. Well, 10. They heard the fighting. They found Jang. RTK's teaming the backline with 10, but 10 lose TNN already. Well, they are going to get the Golden Beam to connect on the heels. It's just Ham left for Triple M.
Just like a really good pressure there from Triple M. In the end, results in just the Firefox left. Ham is going to grab the crown there. Speaking of crowns, Micah Munch up here with 46 seconds left on theirs, looking to maybe claim fire. They know BAP lurking on the north and likely teams to the south as well. BAP see this other crown, maybe making a play for that. And our squad to the south, 10 with PSL on their left here.
Could be 3 teams looking for crowns because 10 still need to bring back up one more player. RTK is missing while, not RTK, TNN is missing while Pintado not getting the dunk onto Ham. With the golden beam doing a lot of damage. Ham trying to avoid the beam, but the laser finds it marked with the arrow to take down Triple M. While over on the other side, 10 have revived TNN, and then the golden beam. Pine wants to take away Pine, and look at TNN taking down Pine instead.
No, Micah
Blast back.
gets it.
PSL over at SQT. SQT, their crown has worked. They've got the team back in the game, but Micah taking a little bit too much damage, throwing down the golden beam onto TNN with the rock wave from Pensado. Pensado not actually getting enough damage onto them.
Yeah, not quite. And so down to 4 here. Glass super low for SQT on the right, but still has other members left, often kind of playing split like this. Just looking to recover. Height, another mega slam, putting big pressure onto PSL here. Pine shipping the golden beam forward.
Pensado
Another.
Ran into the pipe, and now Selfie with their own hover wings, golden beam trying to get away, but the 6 monkey strike, dragon slam does connect as they've got PSL and Lodge gone. Already eliminated at 10. They show up, they saw how low height was, and they wanted it, but they weren't in a position to punish it in time.
Yeah, so just like that, we are down to 3. We do have cross country though, so here is where we really see a lot of that cross country macro come into experience. But we do have some of our top squads in the lobby left. SQT, BAP, and 10, all knowing very well how to play out the cross country shift. And decent power on the side of 10 here, Magicals. Definitely enough to contest, and we've seen the crazy plays from SQT playing from behind. We certainly cannot count them out either.
SQT have broken armor on Protofo, another magic mortar, Pine. Might have missed that second one, but it is enough to scare off SQT over to 10 territory. 10 with the progressive blast, trying to see if we can get some damage onto RGK, golden beam, and then the blast off from TNN, but this gives an opportunity to Pine. Hover wings on it to Dylan, bursting through the Mercury, while Micah might have been able to save SQT for now. 10 are on the run, BAP are in control. SQT, they're back in the game, but broken armor on 2.
Yeah, so SQT, again, just refusing to die. Micah Munch doing so much work on the Aluna, but the other 2 members as well. Protofo with the heals and Glass constantly threatening on this Carbine. Height just being super annoying with that left click, pushing him into the wall, is going to just use the shield to instantly glide her out. No recourse for the monkey there. So SQT just trying to heal up, looking to reset. 10 lurking to the left here. We see Crown on the side of RTK, our only squad down a member, but still have pretty good kind of like armor tempo. We see the double exotic perks on RTK, red armor, Soul Stealer on TN with red armor as well.
Less than a minute on that Crown. Get that MVP proc. Nice Dragon Slam, but the Cinnabar Cocktail constantly will heal back up SQT. The bigger thing is going to be that armor. That Glass is just lost. Gold gone. Needs to find some repair somewhere. Well, 10... they know that they're weak. The one play they can get is if they can find the pick on SQT as they run with the storm. But TNN going to be the target. RTK, he's trying to get away with the illusion, but his crown is gone. Denied by BAP and SQT.
BAP just forced the issue, crunch him in there to SQT, annihilate the crown, but TN's still alive here on the south. Now BAP want to finish off SQT. SQT got to play this crafty. Nice tree punch from Micah there with the uppercutless.
Dragon Slam again. Glass couldn't get away. That's the problem. This monkey is just too damn good. Height, so powerful. And even though Micah tried to save Glass,
so
put
close
themselves in danger. It's only Protofo left. BAP, the last team fully formed. SQT, they've got Protofo. RTK was revived by
big
TNN.
trade. Nice. Protofo buying a little bit of space, but is it going to be enough height over the top? Dragon Slam.
With the E-plat. Who gets the credit? It goes over to TNN with a golden beam. The takedown, TNN, RTK, nearly getting the dunk, but not at that threshold. The 70% was not met. Tries to juke away with the illusion.
Oh, he gets it!
Falls for the bait. RTK, monkey down. Crown picked up.
He's
no
getting
more
blasted.
for RTK as he tries to heal up. He has to get away, putting down the rain of arrows. Does he have a crown to play with? Does he have gold to be able to pick up? He needs the help and a jump pad to do so.
Yeah, RTK trying to work the Jin magic here, finds it on the Wukong there. So they are down their crazy engage. Will they still be able to close this out? We see a crown on both sides. BAP's a little bit ahead though, and they're willing to maybe just play time. Pine taking a peek here at what RTK is up here, definitely wanting to play Abyss as the Jhin has a shift, actually Magical kind of going his way.
Smart move. Did you see that? How they were trying to wait for the last second? They already got the golden beam. The hover wings has been used. Both sides using pretty critical abilities. The mortars and rain of arrows keeps RTK away. 40 seconds for BAP. They have to get height back into this game while RTK using the illusion, but look at BAP playing so defensively, keeping far away, lots of damage, but they've already got a pin into the wall. Juke away with
the
illusion,
clone
but
is
no health left for
insane.
RTK. Does he even have anything to heal back up? Pine realizing the weakness of RTK, who's on the other side. Magic Mortar just shy of its mark.
Yeah, RTK trying to get it through so close there, is going to use the clone back, live with one. We see out of options, no armor repair, no heal pots, just sitting here, no damage mitigation, finds a bush. Huge plays to find this creative heal.
But now the time has run
15
out.
seconds.
Height is back. RTK is alone. Dragon Slam is already chambered, but not going to be pulled. Instead, it's RTK on the run. 5 seconds. Illusion on one side. 2 seconds. 1
Can you get
second.
it?
No
No.
time. As BAP will win their 4th game.
Oh my God. So close there, bro. Just barely not able to get away. It was literal 1 second. I think maybe didn't see Height trying to just blast his way out of there with that last feather. Gets caught with the LMB. And in the end, the Wukong is going to find the final kill against the Jhin, despite the dunk earlier. And so Height, you know, a strong, really strong 5-game showing on the Wukong, just looking unstoppable. Backed up with Pine doing a great job sniping these kills on the Mercury the whole time. And then Spades just delivering that consistent, you know, backline DPS for those kills to come through. I mean, this team showing why they are, you know, not only, you know, one of the best in the region, but potentially one of the best in the world since the shift over to trios, just looking so strong.
All right. While we wait for our next game and we wait for our points, I'm going to go take a quick break. I got to get some...
Yeah, no worries, bro. Well deserved. No worries. We're going into the next game. And it looks like okay, we're good. Let me see if we have any updates on things here. Oh, Ilario asking if Magical's going to follow up through with the message to Height here. So we will see when he returns. And I snoozed ads like 3 times during that game, guys. And so these are about to go through on my side. I'm going to let them go through. We'll catch you on the other side so we can get through the final game with none, hopefully, here. Let me turn out. I can turn out my outbound too, guys. If that's, I saw the at the end there, you guys were saying I'm quiet on his side. I can try to turn out my Discord outbound a little bit, maybe. Oh, no, it's Max. GG. JJ. I don't know why this has a hard time staying live. Oh, I just have to hit this. Okay, we're good. Tips out says, guys, can we do a bracket reset? Winner takes all last game. Yeah. Everyone besides BAP is in. Hey, maybe, I don't know if you want to, Samiri, but you maybe ask Height in the chat if he's willing to play something besides Wukong per Magical's request. Or maybe Magical will do it when he gets back. Nice, perfect. Beautifully worded, the diplomat. Madly says, guys, what if we all play Hudson and land on train? Pine says, we not playing Wukong. Yo. Here we go. They're doing it. They got it locked in. Dude, wait, we should maybe go last game. It's, everyone Mercury. What if we all play Monkey? Says Fingato. Let's go the other way. Everyone Wukong. Frost Please in chat says, idea. If BAP doesn't win, they lose all their points. Seems fair. It's good. I mean, it's a good. It goes to show. Look at wait. Look at BAP's icons over here, bro. They all have the Wukong portrait. That's some fun.
All right.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yo, they have said they are not playing Wukong this game, bro.
I asked them already.
Oh, okay, nice.
I messaged them and I'm like, guys, I need you to not play Wukong. Just height. If I will say, if anyone else wants to play Wukong on BAP, I think that's fair. But height is just on a different level with it. Do we have the points for our for game after game 5?
I looked a second ago, but I didn't look. I don't know if it might have been waiting till the end here.
Until I got back. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sore. Oh my god. Oh.
Been working hard, my man. You hustling out there, bro. We respect you.
All right.
Okay, he just threw him in, Magical.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. If BAP wins again, EU.
The counter proposal from Relic: if BAP wins again, EU wins.
All right. So this is okay. We're gonna just put up the points, and this is why we're getting Wukong from BAP. Like,
look at these Mercury kills, though. What the heck?
Mercury kills are going nuts. Not gonna lie. They have 89 kills though. Like,
yeah,
bruh,
that's disgusting.
It's not
actually.
like, even with 35 Mercury kills, 89.
Yeah, that's basically Pine's like fair share. That's basically a third. So even if they were kill farming on the Mercury, he's only getting like a little more than a third of the kills with 89. Jeez.
Even 10 though, 70.
Yeah,
that's
pumping.
Like, yeah, only 7 Mercury kills. They gotta build up those numbers. But damn, 70 kills for 10 as well.
I mean, hey, it just goes to show, guys, if you enjoy competitive SUPERVIVE, if you like what you're seeing here, this is practice in motion here. This BAP squad has been farming BAP, which was a game very similar to SUPERVIVE for before, like they even came over to SUPERVIVE pre open beta release. And then they played the absolute heck out of SUPERVIVE BAP, or I mean, Height, the amount of hours he puts into this game, just so far ahead as #1 on the leaderboard out of anyone in the world for rank, just a professional RP farmer. And like, it just goes to show when you practice and when you play together as a team, you can really, really scale. And these guys have basically been doing that for months and months and months. And the team that's right behind them, Magical, is 10, who is, what do you know, right behind them on the scoreboard. Probably our second, kind of most formed up team that is practicing together for a while. And then we have SVI behind them who, have had a bit of a mix up here and there. And so are still looking strong toward the top. But the team that's really surprising me, bro, that we just got to call it again, is SQT. Like, we know these players are really good, but what, Micah Munch has been doing on the Aluna, like the damage and kills Glass has been confirming on the AD carry, and the way Protofo has been playing the Mercury, despite being a crazy Bebo, one-trick connoisseur, all in on Bebo for as long as I've known him in SUPERVIVE, converting over to play the Mercury here. It's just really cool to see that performance from them.
I'm seeing everyone talk about how it's like drop on BAP. We should have 10-point kills for BAP. That gives me an idea for a future tournament, not gonna lie. I'm gonna talk with Pine and the boys about this. I'm gonna cook up something. I think I have a fun idea for a future event. We'll see on that one, as we are getting into our very last game of the Mercury Multiverse. It's NA. Not anybody can win. BAP's won already. We know that BAP's won. This is for pride. This is for glory, as 2 teams do drop on BAP.
Let's go. Some contestants in the ring here. Multiple teams going for golds. SQT and Triple M, two stronger teams in the lobby. Despite MMM not having a crazy pop-off performance yet, we know these players can deliver. And show here, Armor Start contesting BRG for Machine. Oh no, my screen. Sorry, guys.
An enemy oracle is scanning.
Why is this not showing?
Yeah, there we go. We just had to get your fix up really quick. Shogunette, our team that, another one of our teams that kind of came in last minute. Props out to all our teams that stepped in. Two of them right here. Big Rocket Gaming and the Shogunette. Absolute respect out of these players. So even though, you know, not having the points to show it, they came in here, they're playing their hearts out, and they are looking to fight one another early on into the game for pride, for glory, for the Mercury Multiverse.
I don't know why. There we go. Finally got it. All right, we're good, guys. Sorry. I got my screen back. All right, and we have MMM and BAP facing off. BAP do secure the vault. Hyder has one. They could get three here. Pine gets in. They're going to force it.
He's got him in the vault, and he's trying to cook him alive. That's more like an oven there, but it's going to be the oven for Ham as he got baked and had to get out of there. BAP, take control back.
Even with the BAP a little ahead there on the positioning, Ham refusing to give him everything, shifts in to the middle of everyone to steal a gold armor out of the vault, refusing to give him all three. So the contest, despite, you know, not wiping BAP on the drop, they did at least steal one of the golds, but will it be enough? As a lot of times we see more than three in the zone. Hyatt and crew definitely probably going to be leaving with three still. Speaking of golds, Protofo scooping one here for SQT.
Now, as we look at our teams, how they're moving around, it seems that despite two teams
Sissy.
dropping on BAP, they don't end up sticking with it. They let BAP get the golds. They'll get out of there. As you mentioned, there's only the one steal from Ham on the gold armor, and he vacates there. Now moving down to Wraith's Row. We got a lot of teams here in Wraiths. Jogging it on their Sky Sharks. We even see the Dylan kind of driving by, cruising. It's like it's one of those nice sunset cruises that you're taking. Everyone's just out for a quick little drive around the neighborhood.
I like it. Little retro wave rolling down the coast. Show level 6 advantage here. Nice nade connecting from Chef Rocco.
Ooh, getting a lot of damage, but not picking up the kills just yet. A little bit behind as they're trying to see if they can get the push back. But it's gonna be the spike taken down. Shogun at first, but another beautiful nade.
They're blasting.
Chef Oberico doing so good with those nades, but nothing to show for it.
Let's go, though. Showing us that they can play here, putting on a nice fight there against BRG. They are going to be able to get that res. Speaking of 10, continuing to contest. Nice punch.
Pine, but Pine's still alive. The back blast was able to get him away, and now Height in the thick of the battle, burninating the countryside as he was looking to take down 10. The 10 are still ready to fight. Another punch onto Pine. Broken gold armor. Looking for the burns, but it's going to be Hyde who's lost his gold armor as well. 10, despite not having the golds themselves, they continue to look golden in this fight as RTK chambering up the dunks.
Nice.
There's Pine down, but he might be able to heal up. They got to stop out of the west. Hyde going to be the next target. He's got a flame shield to try to see if he can burn back any damage, but it's going to be the Justice Punch into the wall with the kick flip back. Hyde's gone. It's only Spade to survive back onto the respawn beacon.
Yeah, over here way early. Dude, I love the Trogdor reference. If you're not over 30, that probably went right over your head, but it was beautiful. And burninating indeed. Speaking of burninating, height on the Firefox here. So if you were going to trade a strong hunter for a strong hunter, I think the Fox definitely able to play into these Mercuries quite well. And we do see the res come through for him.
I'm definitely starting to feel the fatigue after 17 games.
Yeah, no worries. As much as you need me to pick up, bro, I'm here to carry. You've been...
Let me sip on this tea, and I'm going to let you just chit-chat for it.
Sounds good. So we got multiple teams kind of vying over this relic shop. 10, one of the ones down there after we saw that pressure get put out onto BAP. We see up here DWT and FRK looking at each other. Nearby, Wellspring, Thicky throwing out mortars. Freaky kiting back across the gap here. We've seen some really nice fights from Freaky over the course of the games. Not crazy finishes, but some nice fights coming through. And over here on the other side, we see Abyssal Hatchling getting postured over. Triple M looking. Heel's got a nice ground through. It is going to get sniped though. Now level 7s for the side of SVA.
And Heel's only level 4 too. Triple M pretty far behind the curve.
Behind the curve indeed, and Show, after a pretty nice start, is going to get picked there by 10. 10 continuing the violence. RTK looking through the warp, going to run into all three.
Ventano nearly having the bait work out with a volcanic crusher, but not enough damage. Not quick enough at least. Now TNN, wow, punch, blast off combo, but they too don't have the damage to get through the heals that a Mercury puts down. So despite what a great engage that it looked like for TNN, it took him so damn long to be able to get it. It's going to be the Golden Beam taking down RTK, and now another punch.
Oh my God,
These punches
TN,
from
bro.
TNN.
Disgusting.
Huge for 10.
Absolutely disgusting punches there from Tien, back after back. We've seen him do it again. Micah shifting forward, super aggro root, gonna lock it in on Dylan, trying to single out this Mercury as he shifts out to the side with that back blast. Micah looking for another root. A little bit of
Micah
space.
hunting down, such an aggressive bunny. Always looking for these plays, whether helping out the team or looking for these kills as Dylan tried to put down the beam, but now it's overheating and Glass is on mainland to make sure they clean up the kill.
Yeah, showing the power of the platform and inventory there, able to reset the glider gas. Dylan at full heat, as well as Glass lurking on the ledge there, not going to be able to pull it through. So we do see Triple M kind of retreating to the south here as SQT continuing to find kills, find opportunities across the map. Definitely the opportunist here. And coming over to Ham, our opportunist from earlier in the gold vault, is still alive with that gold armor. BRG, big damage out, Golden Beam.
Volcanic Crusher, the punch, but Big Rocket Gaming still defending themselves against PSL, but it's on to Lods. 1v2 with a nice hit on to Moo. Moo's got to be careful, train avoided, but Lods chambering up these arrows, ready to let loose, putting down the rain of arrows. While a Deathbox revive
he's gonna go
could
for
be
it.
there,
He's gonna go for it.
but it's gonna be Bap about to intervene. They're showing up, and Lods takes Moo down. Big Rocket Gaming, they had it until Height came out of nowhere with a heart piercer. The burn, baby, burn. PSL are out.
So despite not being on the Wukong, Height finding an opportunity, catching Lod's last member left there. Lod's doing a nice job in the 2v1 against BRG, getting that box kill while they look for the res. And 10 looking as well, having got a lot of kills through this game. Tien, another entry.
Uh-oh, Freaky 2, Maki burning down, picking up the kill on a Bell. Looking for RTK as well. While Aristocracy trying to see if they can revive their Tetra, but the stomp here from Freaky keeps them at bay. Well, 10 could not save the day onto RTK. DWT, they're about to join in out of the south. Pingato, it's back with the rest of the team, and Freaky are still alive. But Big Rocket Gaming, thank you so much for stepping in last minute. They do get eliminated here in our final game. But huge shout outs to the legends for that team. As we look at another fight, this time it's the Illuminati beating BAP. They've already gotten rid of one. Spades is down, but Height, Pine, they escape.
I will say, BAP still looking strong, but the fight's definitely looking a little different without the Wukong. Nice push from SVI there to get a kill, almost two. Height was able to get away, going to find his way by the heart res. We see a fight breaking out over here. Big Golden Beam pressure out from Freaky. They're going to get two onto Triple M. Just going to be Manu Genobral, aka Ham, left on the Fox, grappling his way out.
As SUPERVIVE Aristocracy, the firing squad meet at Ion Acres. A nuke does make it hard for SBI to get out of there. I thought maybe there would be the push back, but they've already opened up the portal and Pawns, playing aggressively, dodging away from Tetra, trying to get the sunburst damage onto Sands, but these boulders being launched at Pawns, and with the headshots to land, they had damage with the root, and there's Sands down. But TFS, they're still fighting against SBA, trying to heal back up, but they got
TFS.
low health, and Creed back on the tracks. The last one left for the firing squad until Jang with that golden beam steals away the kill.
TFS, nice fight there. Really kind of good looks, trading kill for kill until the third party comes. Jang able to finish off the last member. Snipe another Mercury kill for their squad. Triple M back to full force here as they did get the recovery. SVI and SQT looking at each other down on train tracks here as we see Circle moving in towards this big abyss gap between mana coils and the heart here. BAP.
Seeing how many teams are still left. Yeah, BAP, they have gotten their revive, so they are still alive. Our team that is going to win the NA edition of the Mercury Multiverse. But as I've said before, this game, it's about pride. If you can win the very last one, at least you take that pride and say, we might not have won the tournament, but we did get the W at the very end.
Yeah, and if you're able to beat BAP when they don't have Wukong, you can prove that Wukong is OP, right?
or if BAP win, it just proves that BAP is unstoppable.
Okay,
and
yeah,
that
maybe that's
damn
it.
good.
Yeah, maybe that's it. We've talked about it all day, but BAP, extremely strong, extremely experienced, just fantastic players, really put in the time to SUPERVIVE, not only individually, but also as a squad. So it's actually awesome to see them scale like they have. Definitely, you know, if we see a real esports scene form up around SUPERVIVE, they are going to be towards the top for our region. Ooh, beautiful.
Cinnabar Cocktail might be able to heal Maki until Dylan stomps on the Wisp. Well, Freaky, actually, no, Maki did get picked up. Pingadu was able to grab the Wisp to save the life of their Mercury, but now it's going to be the Bunny that gets assailed by 10, looking for the root. Does lock on to RTK, and then the Bunny gets back to the island. So Freaky still alive. Madly's flank actually separating 10 and putting him into disarray. But TNN with
Freaky.
a nice punch back, getting damage onto Maki.
Oh,
now
no.
the 10 are over the abyss. Can they land some damage coming in from Madly? He needs to land one of the headshots onto Dylan, but it's going to be DWT coming in out of nowhere. The golden beam onto Dylan, burning him down.
Wow.
There goes Dylan, while RTK takes the rings to get away.
Freaky was fighting that so well, but it's TNN on the side, finds the kill with 1 health left, gets the heal for himself, stops Freaky from getting that kind of push onto 10. And meanwhile, DWT find the third party, and now it's Freaky versus DWT here. Stunned through, Chinese Spy looking for the slug wave, connects a little bit. Maki wings, but the wall gonna get the little bit back and puts on with the mortar.
Vicky landing a beautiful mortal onto a Pingado. So Freaky now on the run, but TNN had been awaiting their arrival. Only Madly will be left for Freaky. Well, SQT have shown up into the mana coils, pushing back DWT. 10, as they have reformed, had the blast off onto the E-plat, about to blow up the Sky Shark, and the damage onto DWT with the pull, trying to see if they can grab into the back line. Dylan is gone, Mercury out for 10, but they've got the dunks for RTK, continuing to stack up these points.
10 just so strong too, just powerhouse. Micah wanting to lock it in though, trying to force the issue onto the Jhin. Not quite able to find the pick. Protofo, nice shift forward with the golden beam, gonna force TNN off to the north here now. 10 on the split, Jhin off to the south. Plenty of room here though, Magical finds a crown, plenty of time to play space.
TNN disengaging. RTK has picked up a crown down south, could rejoin and look for some of these dunks onto RTK. We're still looking at how our teams are moving around. 8 squads still remain. That's a lot of teams still to play for, and we're running out of space for them to be able to hold on to.
Yeah, and we see the Bunny trying to run down the Jhin here. Ooh, and it looks like Freaky with a clutch train res to the south. Speaking of someone who needs a clutch res, it is Ham here on the Firefox. Does have that grabby 3-star. Res through.
Blast off, missing Madly. 1 headshot lands. TNN staying away. They've got the Cinnabar Cocktail to keep healthy Freaky. But Freaky, they notice Ham. Do they realize that Ham's alone? I think they did, but they didn't want to continue to chase, especially broken armor or gray armor for Freaky. Bad spot as they are in the middle of so many squads.
Yeah, and it's like good res, but like you say, it puts you right in the middle of everyone. And hopefully, RTK insane dunk connects the preloaded Q into the dunk. Oh my
Bringing back 10 from the hells they found themselves in. But RTK is dragging this team to the finish line, taking everyone out in his path.
Beautiful plays by the Jhin. Finds another one there. He preloads the Q, throws the R&B, starts the Q2. As soon as the dagger hits, Q2 is loaded, slams Micah Munch into the abyss there. So the Bunny finally gets shut down by the Jhin. And meanwhile, BAP and SVI looking at each other out here. SVI knowing they can contest this squad despite a little armor disadvantage. BAP maybe not wanting it at this moment. They know Freaky lurking on the left.
Warning, storm closing.
Or maybe they don't know.
BAP, maybe they didn't know, and now golden beam for golden beam. But here comes the train, as we gotta be careful. We did see that there Cirque has been taken out, and now Freaky simultaneously denied by 10.
What just happened to them, bro? They just got crunched between 3 and they were looking so good and then they were just gone. What in the...
It was that position we were talking about, Zick. We said how that was a hard spot for them to find themselves in. Too many teams around them and no good escape avenue.
Dude, yeah. And in the end, though, it's going to be 4 squads left. It is SVI, SUPERVIVE Illuminati. We got BAP, we got 10, and we got DWT. DWT showing up here, making themselves known, like you say, Magical, playing for pride in this final game.
Final game, and the pride is on the line for our squads. DWT, they've been struggling in a lot of these games, but it would be a great showing for this team, as it's the newer players, you talked about it before, from Moonlit Battlegrounds, Training Grounds, led by Chinese Spy, find themselves in the top 4 against some powerhouses like SUPERVIVE, Illuminati, 10, and of course, BAP.
Absolutely. Twin A in the chat with Twin 1. He's been hanging out all day. The Twins
And
unite.
Snarskis is there too.
Let's go. Snarskis. Appreciate OC. Everyone hanging out. Boomba's here. We got the whole squad. Let's go.
Yes, we do. We got everyone ready to watch this last game of the Mercury Multiverse, and I appreciate everybody who's stuck around, who's helped out, helping us bring this 18 games all across APAC, EU, and here, finishing it off with NA. It's been a lot of work. I am very sore. My chest is hurting, but I can make it through this very last one for you guys, as Road Pizza almost went right into the train.
Mad Magical, truly mad here, making it happen for the SUPERVIVE community. He has mortars left and right, just destroying Road Pizza. Chinese Spy has the crown, half health to the north. Road Pizza getting big pressure here. Shift to the north. Heights here, though.
But I'm looking at Chinese Spy. 15 seconds left on the clock. Should be able to get the crown proc. But 10 are chasing this. They are looking to deny the team.
RTK, bro.
This Jin play.
Dude.
It looks like a Jin tournament with how he's been playing and racking up kill after kill. But Chinese Spy, and brought back the team, but they're over the abyss and they're getting destroyed. It's only Roid Pizza jumping right over to Height to pick up that last kill on a DWT.
Gotta shout out DWT though, playing with such heart. Heart TK, unstoppable violence, finds another combo onto Pine. The only reason he isn't insta-dead is because he was at full health, down to 20%. Kiting out to the right, finds the concoction heal. BAP, a little bit of a reset. Now we are down to 3 here, Magical. We had SUPERVIVE, Illuminati, BAP, and 10. All squads looking decent here on the kind of, you know, powers, armor levels front. So going to be a pretty even final 3.
Oh, Grabby Squid attempted by SUPERVIVE Illuminati. These were our teams that we kind of pinned as the 3 to beat. Of course, BAP way far ahead, 100 points separating them from second place. They are going to win the Mercury Multiverse, but which team takes the final game? Between these 3, it really could be anybody's game, but it's looking like 10. They are the team with the armors on their side, and they look like they might be the team to beat, but they don't have any real estate to work with.
Yep, it is getting tight up here. We are centered in on the tracks as the final bullet train showing for the Mad Magical tournament, of course. Double bullet train in play here. 10 now getting big pressure with no land to play for. They had that little island.
Their armor.
And their armor getting chipped. The mortars, big mortar damage.
Look at this, constantly landing it. Both SVI and BAP working together with their artillery, landing over and over again onto 10. Like, look at that. The combination onto Dylan. The anti-heal as well applied before the golden beam. But can they get the kill onto BAP? Straight! By never paid attention to an immortal enemy!
Of course.
Takes them down while BAP are still alive. But SVI, now the team in control.
Oh my god, it had to happen once, bro. In game 6, final 3, Pine gets struck by the one thing in the lobby that brings him down most, the train. So he's gonna put BAP on a crown play. Height has the time, but he's gonna find maybe the oath here. Lots of pressure. SVI train,
now. But CNN paying attention, not gonna pull a Pine here. While BAP, they got a minute on the clock. If they can pick up this kill, especially for Height, they have their path to pick up their 5th game of the Mercury Multiverse. But it's still the clock that's working against them. They've got blast back. SBI using the golden beam with the D-Flag. Not a matter of position. It is a matter of life. As BAP are gone, it is going to be for glory. Which team takes the final game? 10, they've already got 1 game on the docket. But SBI, they want to be able to have some pride. They put down the golden beam. 2v3, and then 2v2 because Trunks has been taken down, but he's got the contingency vial. Even with the Justice Punch, it doesn't take him down. He's been able to revive, and SBI still have 3 to work with, but then the revive on RTK makes it an even 3v3 battle.
TNN showcasing the Bishop beautifully here, buying so much time for Dylan to get that res. They got their Jin back. They still have good amount of Abyss to play for. Actually, a lot for a bullet train close in. Going to be barely any land. RTK looking to force it beforehand, though.
Golden
Was it
beam, but look at
stun?
that golden beam
Trunks?
out of the thank you. It was interrupted
Oh
by
my
CNN.
God.
Well, RTK barely has any health. He can get back with the rest of the team. Abyssal Breaker
Dude.
has been denied. Berserker couldn't get it. They've got themselves the Santa Bar cocktail with the contingency policy, and they're trying to see if they can get some damage onto SPI, but SPI staying strong on the tracks, surviving, having to hop onto their E-plat in order to avoid, but even with the gravity,
TNN.
it doesn't matter if the team wasn't there to
Oh,
back you up, and then the
RBY.
heal all the way back up to full. Berserker already in the thick of battle, but he's been pushed away. Another punch, another golden beam. The tank is down. This is the time to strike for 10. They found the weakness of SBI. Trunks the last one left, and RTK wants to clean up these kills, looking for one final dunk to pick up the final game. Wait, no! Berserker,
the vial!
he revived. They had the contingency vial.
What?
They brought back up thank you for one more fight. They might have a way back into it, but
Oh.
thank you is gone. It's only Berserker, and that jump from RTK do secure
RTK.
victory for 10.
Double tap to finish it there for RTK on the dunk, showing us the Jhin is far from dead. Beautiful performance by 10 there in that final 3, playing it perfection. SVI playing extremely good as well. They're able to finish off BAP, but what it really comes down to is BAP's #1 enemy, Pine's #1 enemy, is the train, putting them on the back foot for that situation to play out. But in the end, this is the chaos of the Battle Royale. And at the end of all that chaos for Game 6, 10 come out on top. But in the end of the whole tournament, it is going to be BAP.
BAP will win it. We'll add up the points regardless just to see how everything stacked up. Pride can go over to 10, taking the final game. I just want to thank everyone really quickly. Alario especially has been with me the entire day since 1 a.m. Pacific time.
Wow,
or
Alario,
APAC,
what a goat.
and has been staying up the whole time to add up these stats.
The Alfred to
Well,
our Batman.
Seriously, absolutely insane. I also want to give a shout out to Samiri, who joined me for EU casting and observing, and then here for NA observing.
Killed
Thank
it as well.
You joined me here. We had Luna hop in for a couple games for APAC and helped out with observing there. Thank you to everyone in the community. I really appreciate it. I mean, yes, this is going to sound bad, but I'm going to ask if people are able to, any subs, donations, they help out with me bringing more of these streams to people, especially because sadly I have bad news. My work kind of screwed me over with my paycheck recently and are trying to deny my PTO. So right now I am struggling for money. So if you have the ability to, I appreciate it. If not, it is okay. This is the only time I'm asking.
This man has done a ton for the SUPERVIVE community, so if you want to support SUPERVIVE, it is basically a direct contribution to SUPERVIVE. He is going to use it to try to host more events like this, and
Yes.
you know,
Yes, I
been an
do.
absolute goat for.
My goal is to eventually get to a position where I can make enough money to actually give prize pools back to the community and do more things like that. So it is the hope, the dream that we get there one day. But
And if you can't donate money, you could donate a year's supply of tea as well. So good call out for
Dr.
Samiri.
Pepper, hell, I mean, even just not subscribing, just following the channels or subscribing to the
Yeah,
YouTube.
just showing love on
Those
the
are free
YouTube.
things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those are free things too. Zikrick, make sure you're following Zikrick as well over on Zik. I'll do the shout out for the Twitch as well as Zik SUPERVIVE for YouTube, so that you're giving some love there. And I'll put Samiri's in as well because Samiri has also been doing a lot for EU. Hey, Protofo.
Protofo, huge,
resub,
bro.
Thank you so
Let's
much as
go.
well. Appreciate you. Oh, didn't want to work for Samiri. Let's try that again.
Awesome. Yeah, GG's, everyone. Another huge shout out to the players, guys. Thank you so much for showing up showing the heart, making this happen last minute, especially all the teams that came in last minute, you know, getting a taste of what competitive SUPERVIVE is like against some of the top squads such as BAP, you know, despite maybe not able to get any crazy high finishes. Hopefully had a good time. Hopefully we're able to learn some things and be able to carry that into the future. So really love you guys. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. Such a, you know, fun kind of community to hang out with. GG's.
We do have our final scores. So let us go through our final scores as Pine gives a raid right at the end. We will look at the scores to end it all. Pine, thank you so much and congratulations. We already know BAP won.
GG's,
That's not gonna be a
BAP
surprise, but it's
dominating.
Everyone else did. So at the bottom, Shogunate, again, thank you so much for joining in. Really appreciate you. They got 7 points. They do get themselves on, even though they only got 1 Mercury kill. The Firing Squad at 11th with 20 points, but no Mercury kills. So 20 points despite not getting a single Mercury kill. Then Big Rocket Gaming, 10th place, 23 points, 3 Mercury kills. Triple M, 9th place. Oh, actually, yes, 9th place because they had 47 points. They were tied with the SUPERVIVE Aristocracy, but came down to the Mercury kills, 3 for Triple M, 5 for SVA. So it gives SVA 8th place. The WT 7th place with 48 points, only 1 point above those two with 3 Mercury kills themselves. 6th place will be PSL at 62 and having 4 Mercury kills. Freaky, big jump up by 20 points to 5th place with 82 points and 12 Mercury kills. Well done.
Second place on
SUPERVIVE
Mercury kills, actually, right there.
Yeah. SUPERVIVE Illuminati at 106, and they had 11 Mercury kills.
SVI looking nice.
And then we're looking at 3rd and 2nd place, SQT 134, 10, 188, 8 and 7 kills for Mercury respectively. But of course, BAP almost hitting that 300 mark, 275 points, 37 Mercury kills are winners for the NA edition of the Mercury Multiverse. Props out to them, and thank you everybody who has joined in to play in these games. Really appreciate you all coming in. I know for NA, the competition was a little bit all over the place, but at least we were able to have the games. We were able to have the tournament regardless.
Yep, and such heart shown by the region showing up to fill out the roster here and let us have the, you know, the 3rd edition of MadMagical's Multiverse, Mercury Multiverse. And so with that, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. That was super fun. GG's to everyone. Magical, anything to send us out here?
I'm tired.
Everyone said Magical, your love and your energy. Get some rest, my friend. Epic tournament, epic hosting, literal, you know, straight like almost 24 hours of hosting from this man. 3 region event over the course of the day. Thank you so much, bro, for everything you do for SUPERVIVE and the community. And GG's to everyone.
Appreciate you all. I'm gonna give a raid over to Mika. Well deserved. I feel like as we get Madly joining in for the raid right at the end. I appreciate you all joining in.
GG's, Madly.
You guys are awesome. And I will see you all in the future. We'll definitely have some more events. I know there's going to be something, I think, next weekend. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. Until then, have a wonderful night. And I will see you later.
GG's, peace.